unfold, and your chat's got soul. From the gavel to the gas, we're watching it all. Covering the courtroom, big case or small. Laugh when we can, cry when we must, but it's all real talk, you can count on us. We're not the pros, just fans who care. With popcorn in hand and a comfy chair. And every twist, we're right there. Together like we're all in the witness chair. This is the Broken Baker, where the trials come alive, where the chat is wild and the vibes survive. We're watching the worst of what people do, but we keep it light, yeah, that's our truth. It's the only place for crime, and it feels just right. We bring the justice talk into your night. So hit that stream, don't miss the call. At the Broken Baker, we cover it all. Oh yeah. We're just flaming with the view, but we ask the things the world wants to. Digging through the facts, side by side. Even when it's dark, we bring the light. No clickbait, no fake feels, just truth and the highs and the reels. With the chat that roasts and rises, we're just here for the case and the vibes. This is the Broken Baker, where the stories unfold with a smile in the heart, even when it's cold. Yeah, we cover the bad with a wink and a grin. Where the real talk starts, come on, jump in. It's the only place to be, can't you see? For trials and truth, it's BBTV. The Broken Baker, where the trials come alive. Yeah, we'll be here, trial after trial. Yeah.
State and the defense with a copy of the flash drive from the jury view, the drone footage and the GoPro cameras. So you acknowledge receipt, Ms. Opper?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Wolf?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Sir, come on back up, Mr. Willis, okay? And anything before the jurors are brought back from the state?
No, sir.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, very good.
So, welcome back to part 2 of day 4.
We'll stand up with it.
We will now figure out, how does a dog smell? Does it use its nose, its tail, its paws? It's going to be very fascinating. It'll be a 72-hour lecture of the dog. Is it real? We watched some of the most annoying cross-examination this morning, and then we spent an hour and 20 minutes listening to how do you train a search dog. What it has to do with anything in this trial, I don't know. I just know that it's absolutely annoying that they don't just get to it. Did the dog find any evidence? If the question is, did it search his apartment and his car? Yes. Did you find anything? No. They should be held in contempt, beaten with a wet paper, and forced to eat cheesecake. 2. You'll get 2 stars. So far, I don't know if he's guilty, but I know the state hasn't moved beyond reasonable doubt. Their evidence so far is he rented a movie where someone was found dead in a wood, and he was near that place where she was dead. That's going to be in the book. No, Jamie haven't sent me a new supply. Yeah, this is actually horrible what's going on, because she's dead. They had a bad relationship. She was a drug user. She has multiple times attempted and threatened to self-delete. She spent time with him or her mom. So I know a few of the, well, he's clearly guilty. It's because he didn't file a missing persons. But if she's been missing before, why should he file a missing persons? She was just at her mom's. They didn't talk to each other when she was at her mom's, until she then got tired of being at her mom's because her mom would yell at her because of her drug abuse. Then she'll contact him and go back to his house. To me, that's just not enough to hang a guy. That's what I have gathered so far. But apparently, as we heard from the wonderful people over from Harry's chat, they believe that because he didn't find a missing persons, he must be guilty. I just don't think that's enough to find someone guilty. Something must be coming. The bad Google searches was after he had been interviewed, he started Googling her. I would do the same. And he might have lied a little bit. Well, if they were drug dealers, I would lie too.
All right, have a seat, everybody. Thank you, all 14 jurors.
He's a bad guy, and he beat her up before. Yes, but he didn't kill her before.
Mr. Willis, go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Her mom and dad didn't look for her
Sir, I'm
either.
going to ask that we please put back up Exhibit 118.
No, just get to the evidence. Stop this. Dave, have you ever heard them going through the training of a canine cadaver dog? We've spent over an hour talking about how do you train your cadaver dogs.
And this is the resume for Raven that you were testifying to earlier, correct?
Yes.
All right, and I think we left off after we were talking about trainings, and you also have a section on there on some searches, correct?
Yes.
And I'm just going to highlight a few of these. What's the difference between trainings and searches?
For the searches, these would be actual call-outs from either other agencies, entities, or individuals requesting assistance from Canine Raven in the field.
And I'm going to direct your attention specifically to search number 2 for the Racine County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
When did that take place?
That search was conducted on the 13th of October, 2019.
What do you remember about that search?
I remember that it was in reference.
Why are we talking about searches he did in another case 3 years before this case?
I know. I don't understand.
None of these 7 searches has anything to do with this case. Nah, that'll be fine.
Reference to a cold case, and I believe this was the decision to use Raven was done even though she had yet to obtain certification. Karen and Anthony felt that where she was at in her training was good at that time.
Okay.
And for the purpose of the search for that case, it would not have affected the outcome of the case. And it was to search the crawl space of a residence where the victim would have been kept in that house.
Did she provide a trained formal alert on that occasion?
She did, yes.
And was her alert later confirmed?
Yes, the crawl space had been sifted through by a team from the FBI, and there was a tooth that was located in the crawl space.
A human tooth?
Yes.
Okay. Search number 9 on September 30th of 2020. Can you recall the details of that search?
Yes. I was called down to Rockford, Illinois for a house explosion. There was a deceased individual that had been removed from the scene already, and I believe there was still a person that was unaccounted for from that residence. And Raven had alerted in one location of the residence, it would have been to the foundation of the residence.
Okay.
No other persons were located, but the fire department had confirmed that the person removed from the scene already was there and had burned in that location.
The same location where Raven had alerted?
Yes.
Okay. And then search number 12 on November 25, 2020.
Yes.
Please tell us what you recall about that search.
This case was a missing suicidal individual who was known to be armed with a firearm and was telling family members on the phone that he was going to take his own life. And the ping from his phone brought us to a location in the village of Mount Pleasant where residents of Mount Pleasant will dump shrubbery or grass clippings, and a large pile was gathered. That Raven had searched that area and ultimately alerted to that pile. The body was later found upwind about a quarter-mile away from that area.
Okay. Search number 15 on March 17, 2021. Please tell us what you call about that one.
I remember this being a missing woman and involving a criminal investigation. And the reason we were called out to the Menominee Reservation in a specific location referred to as the Eagle Nesting Grounds was because there was women's underwear located in that area by a member of the reservation. And investigators had stated that the women's underwear located there would have been underwear that the missing victim would have worn. And in searching that area, Raven had went onto a frozen marsh and started seeing changes of behaviors where the ice was starting to break, and the woman was found not far from there by Raven.
Did Raven provide a trained formal alert on the frozen ice in the area where the human remains were found?
Directly to her body, yes.
Okay. And then the last one, number 18, on July 25 of 2021.
This was also a fire investigation. The homeowner was not found, but her truck was there. Raven had conducted a search of the exterior of the residence and the interior as far as she could get, given the amount of rubble. It was a 2-story and the second story had come down. She alerted in the kitchen area of the residence, and then using some heavy
if I go
equipment
off
to remove the
screen,
rubble,
can
the
you call
homeowner was found
something
in the
happens
kitchen
because I might
under
be
the rubble.
sleeping?
In
Can
the
I
spot
what?
where Raven had alerted to.
Yes.
Can you call me because I might be sleeping?
No. You have to stay
All right,
and
thank
suffer
you.
with the rest
You
of
can
us.
take down 118 now.
Will you move on, Sue? For freak's sake.
The dates of those actual searches are intermittent with the trainings that you conducted, correct?
Yes.
So your work again is pretty much you're available as needed, 365 days a year?
Yes.
I get it.
And some days you're training with Raven and some days you get called out to do an actual search for an agency.
That's correct.
Okay. Directing your attention to the date of September 19th of 2022, were you called out by the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department?
I was.
And were you asked to bring Raven and attempt a search of a vehicle associated with the death investigation?
Oh,
I was, yes.
finally.
Here we
Where were
go.
you asked to respond to?
I believe it was their DPW location in Waukesha County.
Okay. And you brought Raven with you?
I did.
Okay. And tell us about when you got there, who you met with, and kind of just the general setup when you first arrived.
I was in the area of a pole barn that I was told the vehicle was kept in. I met with investigators. I believe there was an assistant district attorney present at the time, and asked how they wanted to go about searching the building.
Okay. So your understanding is the vehicle was in the pole barn?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Is there anything improper, in your opinion, with searching the vehicle in the pole barn?
It's not the ideal setup, but as we get evidence, large pieces of
I wouldn't
evidence
think
like a
so either.
vehicle that needs to be secured, we have to work with what we have. And in this instance, it was inside the pole barn with other vehicles that were involved in other cases.
Other fatal cases,
Yeah.
correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So,
And do you recall about how many vehicles in total were in the pole barn?
Now without seeing my reporter diagram, but there were several other vehicles that were in the pole barn.
Okay. Did you prepare a diagram of this search to document the arrangement in the pole barn and what happened during the search?
I did, yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask to please put up number 124. Okay, for the witness only, please. Sir, do you recognize Exhibit 124?
I do.
And please tell us what this is.
This is a satellite Google Earth image of the pole barn and the adjacent area to it with some of my handwritten notes of how the search went.
Do you believe this diagram is a true and accurate representation of your work for the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office?
I do, yes.
Move to omit 124 on permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection? No objection. Right, 124 is admitted.
Okay, Detective, this looks pretty similar to some of those training records we went through earlier, correct?
Yes.
All right. If you could just start out, you said this is an overview.
Get Baker's new trilogy, The G-String Redemption, The Sniffing, and The Crutch Strikes Back. Available everywhere awful books are sold. They are called love novels, and it's very, very sought after in the female community, Zach.
Oh,
Jamie will be
goodness.
proofreading each one of them.
I will have to, because I'll tell you,
Of
they're
the
a winner.
pole barn, right?
Yes.
And you got this from Google Maps or?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And then you were able to add shapes and letters to the contents of the pole barn, correct?
That's correct.
Obviously, it didn't look like this on Google Maps, right?
Correct.
Okay. And so on the pole barn itself, please tell us what you noted there or what you added.
So at the bottom of the pole barn, I added where we had made entry to start the search. As you enter in there, immediately to your left, there were some motorcycles, which is where I put MCs. All the yellow rectangular shapes are vehicles that were in the pole barn. I believe there are over a dozen in there. And then the red square in the middle of the pole barn would have been the suspect vehicle. And then in the bottom right corner of the pole barn was a small storage area.
Okay. And over on the left, you kind of have a key or a legend to help us understand the map, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And on the right-hand side, towards the bottom, you note canine preparation at 0925?
correct. So at 9:25 a.m., I began to prep Canine Raven for the search.
What does that mean? What did you do?
So I opened the vehicle up and I placed the harness on her, which is her cue. It's time to start work. I put her on a leash and we walk over to the starting point for the search.
So your squad was outside of the pole barn?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And prior to you preparing to work and alerting, or at least indicating to Raven she's going to work, did you go inside the pole barn?
I believe I looked through that the man door, opening door, just to get a visual of what was inside. I don't think I did a walkthrough of this pole barn.
Okay. So you're talking about the
This is
service
this
door
case.
where it says K9 SP?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and to the right of that is a big overhead door, like a garage door?
Yes.
Were those doors open to your knowledge?
The overhead door, the larger door, was not. The service door was closed, but then opened, obviously, to conduct the search.
Okay.
Can we get
So
to
you
it?
said you peeked your head in or maybe stepped in a little bit just to kind of get a feel for what's inside?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Was Raven with you at that time?
No.
But the other detectives were present inside the barn?
Correct, yes. I did not prohibit their presence there for the search.
Okay. And did you ask Detective LaFleur to burp the vehicle?
I did ask for the vehicle to be burped, yes.
What does that mean?
Burping a vehicle would be opening the doors or windows, in this case it was the doors for the vehicle, to allow stale odor that had been sitting in the vehicle to exit, and then close the doors back up.
And so we're clear, what kind of vehicle was this?
Mid-sized pickup truck with a cab.
And do you know what doors were opened and shut by Detective LaFleur?
I believe all 4 of the cab doors were opened. I do not recall if the tailgate area was opened or not.
Okay. And you instructed her to open them momentarily and then shut them again right away?
Correct, yes.
And to your knowledge, is that what she did?
Yes.
So now you get Raven out and you put her vest on and you take her up to the service door there, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, tell us what happens next.
So at the service door is where I place Raven in a sit position, and then I unhook her from her lead, and I give her the command to freely search that entire pole barn for the odor of decomposing human remains.
And what's that command?
Soup.
Okay? And
Sue.
did she
See,
respond?
if you want someone to look for dead people, you just say Sue. And Sue is. It's because it's well known that Sue is the most killing person in South Carolina. Thank you, Sebastian. Extra, extra. Baker's new book, A Man and a Woman in Their Office, have fully released and it is heavily rumored to be based on Two Girls, One Cup. No.
I don't know what that is.
You should Google it, Jamie.
No, I mean, I've heard stories. I don't need to know.
I think
I
you
can
need to
live my
Google.
I can live my life fully and not have to worry about it.
Let's just say she gets a brown ice cream sundae.
Hey.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, you didn't want to Google it.
No, I didn't. I get the,
Oh,
I
you
get the
want to
gist.
spell it?
It's in German.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Do you know how to spell that?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay.
Just say verbal
My
command.
German's pretty bad. We'll figure it out later. Thank you.
Okay. I'd ask Google
Ah.
Translator.
Equivalent of seat?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so you give her the command to search. Her leash is off, and what does she do?
She begins to search along the left side of the pole barn, which would be the north side, going behind and in between vehicles as she makes her way to the east end of the pole barn. And I note on here where you see COB1 and COB2, those are observed changes of behavior that I observed Raven give. That would include the increased respiration, changes of travel pattern,
Raven.
that'd be a head pop or 180-degree turn. But she continues her search. That search then goes over to the south side of the barn, back towards the west, towards the start, and she gives a train formal alert on the mid-sized pickup truck at the passenger side rear.
So you have indicated on Exhibit 124 her actual search path, correct?
Approximate, yes.
Okay, and is that accurate that she sort of moved around other vehicles inside the pole barn?
Yes,
And you were able to observe her behavior during this time?
yes,
And you indicated that she provided a change of behavior for 2 other cars in there, correct?
correct, yes.
What did you later learn about those vehicles?
I learned that those vehicles were involved in fatal crashes.
Did she provide a train formal alert on those vehicles?
She did not.
Well, if they were involved in fatal crashes, why wouldn't she alert on those trucks or cars?
So to explain it is in thresholds and how we train for our training aids. So for human organs, we want the threshold of that to be low because there aren't very many reasonable explanations why somebody would have any human organs or decomposing human remains on their person or in their property, like a residence or a vehicle. Blood, however, is different. The threshold for that has to be quite large. So we need to train when it comes to blood with large volumes of blood. Otherwise, the canine would alert in everybody's bathroom, in their residence or in vehicles with a large number of reasonable explanations as to why there would be blood.
So again, based on the threshold, she doesn't formally alert on those 2, but she shows some interest. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's correct, yes.
What is she trained to alert on?
So blood is part of what she's trained to alert on, but if she's going to alert to blood, the threshold has to be quite large. Pools of blood, not a couple of drops. I would expect, and I have seen changes in behavior as I've described for drops of blood. But when she alerts to decomposing human remains, whether it's blood, organs, skin, adipose here, which is body fat, the threshold for that would be very low.
And so in this case, we heard evidence from the crime lab. There is no blood in the vehicle that could be detected. In the Tacoma, that's the target of the search, right? But what about those other 2 vehicles? Do you know?
Not without looking at a report. I believe I was told that there was blood in those vehicles.
Okay. And that would explain why she showed an interest in those vehicles.
Yes.
So she
So
didn't.
she keeps going through the garage. Actually, according to this, does a circle around
she's
one
not
vehicle,
even-
correct, on the south side there?
Alerting to his vehicle?
But keeps going and then comes back over to the area of the target vehicle.
Yes.
And tell us about when she approaches the target vehicle, please.
She approaches the target vehicle from the passenger side, coming off the west side of the pole barn, and then crosses the rear bumper in the direction towards where the search had started, but then does a 180 with increased respiration. So again, now I'm seeing a change of behavior again. And as she comes back towards the passenger side rear corner, and I'm now walking away from this vehicle, she puts her nose to it and gives a trained formal alert of a sit.
Why did you walk away from it when you saw her do this 180 turn?
Because as she continues her search and her work, I am just walking the search area as I normally would on any other search.
Is that how you've done it every time, whether it's training or a call out?
Yes,
And that's how you did it in this case?
yes.
Is that some kind of cue to Raven that when you walk away, she's supposed to sit?
No, it's quite the opposite, actually.
How so?
The reason we do searches off lead was to alleviate an argument of cueing the dog, which we would often hear from canine handlers that conduct searches with a lead attached to the dog. So when we began the training with this dog, we were only going to do searches on lead if there was some type of danger in the search area. For example, if we were to search in
I think this is the big drop. But again, if she alerts to the car and they didn't find any biological material, it can be anything. And again, can she only react to dead people smell?
Why would
And this
that
person
wouldn't
didn't
make
die in the
sense?
car.
Yeah, because he went to his appointment and then got out and did what? Like hurried up and offed her and then moved her to the woods and then left for the day? We clearly didn't see that happen.
Or he killed her after the gas station, threw her in the trunk, got his orthopedic examination, whatever, took her on his shoulder, walked past a busy orthopedic office and a busy road with her on the shoulder and his bum leg, and dropped her. But kept her in the back of the car for so long she decomposed.
Yeah, and then he was able to just make a clean sweep and clean up everything
Yeah,
perfectly.
he couldn't clean up the smell, but he cleaned up every piece of biological material.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah, it could have been a rat that died in there. Maybe someone
Well,
left the
those
placenta.
cadaver dogs are highly unreliable. Like, they really are. Like,
area
they think they're so reliable, but they're not. But anyways.
Yeah, let's see what he
adjacent
says.
to a river with a very fast current, I would put Raven on a long lead. So if she were to fall in, I could still remove her from that water. But generally speaking, when we did our searches, all off lead.
And so when she first walks past the bumper of the car, I'm looking at the very bottom of the diagram now where it says TFA,
Okay.
meaning trained formal alert, correct?
Correct.
And the COB means change of behavior.
Correct.
Okay. When she's walking, she walks past the car first, or the Toyota, the Tacoma, and then an abrupt turn, you described.
Correct. She has a 180 degree change of travel pattern to come back and sniffs again before giving the trained formal alert at the back passenger rear corner of the truck.
Okay. And in the bottom of Exhibit 124 there, it's a little hard to read, but you noted the time the search started and the time that the alert was provided by Raven, correct?
Correct, yes.
Can you please identify that for the jury, if you can see it?
Yeah, at the bottom of the image, it'll say canine start point, in parentheses SP. That was at 9:26 a.m. and the trained formal alert was at 9:29 a.m. So 3 minutes after starting the search.
And during that 3 minutes, that's when she would have been doing this path throughout the pole barn, conducting her search.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I don't have any other questions.
Cross-examination. Thank you.
So, wait. So, did he actually say where did she alert at? Just to the back bumper of the car?
You effing biatch. You spent an hour and a half talking about how to train a cadaver dog. And what's your evidence? She went back and there's something at this bumper.
That makes no sense.
Even if he is guilty, And then they at this point they need to show me him killing her on camera. I want this man to walk free. This is absolutely ridiculous. This you spend an hour and a half telling us how to train a dog with placentas and teeth and I don't know whatever else. And all your evidence, she did a 180. And we know no material was found. So now we have to rely on a dog's nose because they're better than humans. That's not circumstantial evidence that's backed up by any other piece of evidence in this case.
Especially because there's multiple other vehicles in that barn. And you can't for certain say that she didn't get a whiff of something else. Or the car was run, like you could have run over something or somehow got something on the car driving it over there. Who knows?
And again, look at how the search area is. You go in and there's some MCs. Then you go around and cars are by the side. And then the target vehicle is in the middle. It doesn't look like any other vehicles are in the middle. Did this... Why is this a reaction 180 not just as amazing as this one, and this 180? It looks the same.
Yeah.
Let's just say this car has been standing there, but Joe Bob had been down in this car and gotten a piece of evidence out, and he had to go out through the door. But he also have to go over here to the other one and look at it. And he brushes the side of the car on the way out. Why would his outside of a car smell like a composing body if their theory is he killed her in the woods? Did he drive his car into the woods and killed her with it?
I really don't understand that at all. I don't understand their theory, unless their theory is they think he killed her before they got to the doctor's office.
Yeah, killed her somewhere else, and then while she was decomposing, kept her in the back of the car.
Yeah, but like, what time frame would he have done that? You have every other movement on video. It's insane. The gymnastics they're doing for this.
Was the car towed in? Was it the tow truck the same that towed the rest of those fatality cars and motorcycles in? Did someone pass with loose pants on who had been out finding a dead body? This is beyond ridiculous, Jamie.
Pole barn.
Number 60. Detective Willis, you also, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Defense Exhibit number 601.
Come on, guy, get it.
This is his CV.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And we'll scroll down a little bit through the document before we publish it.
Yeah, with his bum leg, he's dragging. She only weighs 100 pounds, but still. And why isn't all of his clothes filled with refuse from the body? No, and again, a dog will
Detective,
alert
can you tell me
something.
what that document is?
This would be my curriculum vitae, otherwise known as a CV that I provided.
Okay. And this is an accurate representation of your CV?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to publish to the jury.
Any objection?
No.
It's admitted. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. So, Officer Willis, this is something you prepare in preparation for testifying at trial and or just also as part of your showing your abilities as a canine handler, correct?
Correct, and as other functions in the law enforcement capacity.
Okay. Yeah, this doesn't just outline the canine cadaver work you've done. It outlines all the law enforcement work you've done.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Okay, off screen, please, or just the witness. 603. This is his certification.
Okay, thank you.
Detective Willis, I'm showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 6, Defense Exhibit 603. We'll scroll through that for you. And can you tell me what Exhibit 603 is?
So this would be the first image here. This is the certification record. This is the book that I would carry on my person. So when I go to certify with the canine, I would present this. and the other pages were proof of certification.
Okay, I'd ask that we publish this to the jury.
Any objection?
No, sir.
It's admitted.
Okay, scroll down a little bit. Okay, Detective, I'm showing you what's page 2. Who signed, this is your initial certification, is that correct?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
What is this document?
So this is the book that I carry on my person as the handler. So when I go to a certification event, the certifier,
Why
the
is this
certifying official
important?
that is there,
Just
I have to
say
present
this
this
is
book
bullshit.
to them as I'm going through the certification process.
Okay, whose signature is that at the bottom of page 2?
That's my signature there.
Okay, scroll down.
This isn't important. Stop talking about it.
And page 3 is signed, it says W. Gumin. I hope
Yeah,
I'm
what are we
pronouncing it right,
getting at here?
Gummin. Who is that?
Wade Gummin is a certifying official for the NNDDA.
Okay, is Wade Gummin in Wisconsin?
Yes, he is.
Okay, is he somebody you've trained with on a regular basis?
I don't believe I've ever done training with Wade, no.
Okay. You don't believe, or you just don't remember doing training with him?
I don't recall, if I can clarify, he's been present at trainings, I just have never officially worked with him training Raven.
Okay, but he's been at a lot of the same events as you?
For certifying, as a certifying official, yes.
Has he been at any of the same training events as you?
Why are we talking about
I
this?
cannot recall off the top of my head
Yeah,
him
what?
physically being present at a
What
training
does this
event.
mean?
Okay, thank you. And this was your certification in February of 2020, correct?
Does he have
This
a
would have
gotcha or
been- Yes,
something?
I received this book for the very first certification.
Okay, so he was your initial certifying officer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go down. Page 4, this indicates, so for your testing for certification on February 20th, 2020, that's what's outlined on the left side of this document, correct?
Yes,
Okay, and,
Oh, that's because she didn't pass her vehicle building in 2022, but she passed it in 2021. So what? Or 2020, but did it in 2021. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it could
it indicates whether
show
you passed or
just
failed certain exercises.
inconsistent.
It's not important. The jury don't care. Just say, did you know they didn't find any material? Have she ever alerted to a mistake before? Is it possible that something else could have brushed against it? Do that instead of doing this absolute waste of time.
Sizes, is that right?
that's correct, yes.
Okay, and just at the bottom, it shows a vehicle building search, and that one was a fail, correct?
So they're actually two separate, so they're optional
sorry.
searches. Written in vehicle was one, and then building another.
Okay, so it was just the building one that was a fail, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, and but nonetheless, you were certified under this testing, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. The next is your certification in March of 2021, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How are you supposed to get certified every year, or is there a period of time that you're supposed to get certified, or what are the rules for the NNDDA?
So the rules for NNDDA is that the certification is an annual certification, and given that the certifying officials are working in their own capacity, they try to get as close to the 12-month mark as possible, but it is acceptable if it goes a month or two past, as long as it is planned to meet up and conduct the recertifying process.
Excellent. Okay. And who did the certifying in March of 2021?
That would be Karen Corcoran.
Okay, and that's somebody who did your training for you, correct?
That's correct.
And it's somebody who you continue to train with, correct?
I have continued to train with, yes.
Okay. Scroll down. And again, your certification in 2022 was in June, so that was about 16 months or 15 months later, correct?
That sounds about right, yes.
Okay. And who did your certification on that date?
So that would be Karen Corcoran's signature as well.
Okay. And then after the search in this case, but nonetheless, it's there. Who did your certification in 2023?
Karen Corcoran as well.
Okay, thank you. Let's just go down this. Okay. So, nothing further on that. 604.
We don't need
Please
that.
publish
Get
this
to
to the
why the dogs didn't sniff something.
Okay. Detective, I'm showing you it is still detective, or since you're a community officer or whatever it is, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's deputy is my rank right now.
Okay, just want to get it right. Okay, Deputy, we'll show you real quickly Exhibit 604. And Deputy, that exhibit.
can hear it
tell,
too. Oh.
Tell me what that exhibit is.
Yes, I was requested to provide 1 year of training documents for Raven leading up to the search in this case, and this document is that.
Okay, and how did you come up with that document? How did you put it? What information did you use to put it together?
So I prepared this document. When I do my training, as you had seen previously with the handwritten notes and exhibits or photos, if I have them, once the training for that day is complete, the next time I have available, I come back to a computer document and I just clean up the notes a little bit. So I can, if I am asked to provide it like I was in this case, it's a little easier to provide.
Okay, so you put this document together?
I did, yes.
And it's an accurate reflection, you believe, of your training log, correct?
I do, yes.
Okay. I'll move to publish this exhibit.
No objection, Your Honor.
Right, 604 is admitted.
Okay. And again, officer, just for example, we'll just use the one right in front. That's was that one of the trainings that we actually discussed, that you actually discussed with Attorney Hopper?
The 8/29/2021, the very first one at the top, it is, yes.
Okay. So, and again, that's just a summary from your training notes, correct?
Correct. So I would look at that. I would see completed exhibits or see the dated exhibit and completed exhibits, and then I would go into that folder and pull what was previously displayed, yes.
Okay. And the time on the right, the 2 hours, what is that number?
That is the total training hours for that event.
Okay. And then,
Why are we discussing how to train your dog?
witness only, I'm sorry, Madam Clerk. Deputy, can you please tell me what Exhibit 605 shows?
Sure. This exhibit is a blind training, her blind rate, basically, success rate for blind searches.
Okay, what's a blind search?
A blind search is when an individual placed a training aid without my knowing, and we go and run the training event. And this document here, it indicates whether that was successful or not.
Okay, and so this includes some of your certification testing, correct?
It does, yes.
And it includes some of your training from your training log, is that right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and just, I asked to publish to the jury.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, it's admitted.
So she's
Okay, Deputy, so
inconsistent.
again, staying at the top for simplicity. So on July 22nd of 2019, just tell me quickly what that tells you.
So this would tell me that there was a blind training done on that day, and it was a correct alert to whatever the source was. And if I wanted to look at further information for that training date, then I would go to training log page 23.
Okay, question, the document that the state presented, which was your training notes, which was which was exhibit number 122, that's only about 43 pages, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so when you look down on recording location, there's items that say training log page 61, 63, et cetera. Were those part of that packet?
So those pages were not provided because I was not asked to provide them. I was asked to provide the training records for 1 year leading up to the date of this incident.
Okay, so obviously the packet that was your training notes is just a small part of your total records.
That'd be correct, yes.
Okay, just so I understand. And then just so you, obviously a lot's in green, but then on February 2nd, 2020, it looks like there were, that marks obviously what we discussed a few minutes ago about your certification, correct?
Correct. That would indicate that that was one that was missed. So false negative, meaning the canine did not alert to it.
Okay, thank you. You can scroll down. So in that document during 2020, 2021, and going into 2022, there were a total of 3 negative tests, correct?
So 2 false negatives and 1 false positive.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Then we went over your training notes. As follow-up to, after doing the search on September 19th of 2022, you prepared, obviously, that colored document that we showed, which was Exhibit 124, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, when did you prepare that contemporaneously with, or do you know what date you prepared that particular exhibit, the color exhibit that we saw, Exhibit 124?
It would have been within the same time that I wrote the report for that search, so within a day or 2 later, I believe.
And you prepared it, it was in color, what you prepared was in color?
Yes, exactly. Pardon me, but are you referring to the overhead shot of the pole barn?
Yes.
Yes.
That was, okay. And just to be clear, that wasn't a picture you took, that was something you pulled off Google Earth, right?
The overhead view was, but anything added in terms of like the key or the color of the shapes, that's my add-in.
Okay.
For that.
Was there any other, and then you prepared a report, correct?
Yes.
Okay, show him number 607. Officer, deputy, published for the deputy only. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 607. We'll scroll through it real quick. And deputy, can you tell me what that document is?
This document appears to be my report from the search in this case.
Okay, and the third page of that report is the photo, just in black and white, correct?
Correct,
Diagram.
yes.
Okay. If we could publish that to the jury.
Any objection?
No.
All right, 607 is admitted.
Okay, Deputy, so obviously at the top, it indicates your, the date and where the location was, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And it looks like you were initially called on the 17th, which is when the vehicle was seized, but you didn't get there until the 19th. Is that right?
Yes.
that's correct.
Okay. Is there a reason there was a delay in you arriving there?
Based on the verbiage within the report, it appears because of work-related reasons I could not be there at that time on that day.
Just a question. So you don't handle Raven as part of your duties with the Sheriff's Department, correct?
It would depend. It's so I personally own Raven. Racine County Sheriff's Office can utilize her at any time, just like any other agency across the United States could use her at any time. And if Raven is used outside of Racine County, those searches are independent of the Racine County Sheriff's Office. So if I'm on duty at the Racine County Sheriff's Office and an outside agency calls to request Raven services, I would have to get permission from a supervisor to go and do that search for me, not for the canine.
Okay. So, and how, just curiosity more than anything, how do you get compensated then?
I do not get compensated.
Okay. So then you actually conduct the search again on September 19th, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And it indicates present for that search were 3 individuals from the Sheriff's Department, right?
Yes.
And so you arrive about 9:15, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're taken to this garage, and there's a fenced-in area just to the west of it that you had to go through the fence, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
And then you where the door there's a service door and an overhead door. You went through the service door.
So as I stated earlier, I'm looking at the interior of the pole barn from the threshold of the service door.
Okay. And you don't step in at that point.
I do not.
Okay. At that point, though, they tell, I believe Detective LaFleur at least identifies to you the vehicle that she believes was involved in this incident, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And so you're aware of it, and then you tell her to burp the car or to open the doors, correct?
I do. Yes,
And you don't tell her to burp any of the other doors or any other of the cars in that garage, correct?
that's correct.
Okay. You said that during your direct testimony, you said that it was not an ideal circumstance. What did you mean by that?
An ideal circumstance would be to take a vehicle involved in investigation such like this and place it into a building that's completely sterile, nothing else in there. But oftentimes, and with most agencies, we don't have facilities to accomplish that. So an ideal situation, again, is inside in a sterile building with just the one vehicle.
Okay. And you testified, your report says there were approximately 14 vehicles inside of that garage, right?
That's correct.
And did you identify all those vehicles?
Identify them how, sir?
Did you write down year, make, model of any of those vehicles?
I did not.
Okay. After the fact, did law enforcement identify each one of those vehicles that may have been involved, or whether they were involved in a fatal accident?
I believe so, yes.
But you were provided the reports for each of those vehicles?
I was not.
Okay. Do you know how many of those, if you were told, do you know how many of those approximately 14 vehicles were involved in fatal accidents?
Yes.
How many?
I believe 2.
That's what you were told, correct?
Yes.
Were you told specifically which 2 of those vehicles were involved in fatal accidents?
If I was, I don't recall which ones.
Okay. You were able to, you indicated that there were at least 2 changes of behavior as the canine walked down the north side of the building, correct?
That's correct.
And you were told after the fact that, from your testimony, 2 vehicles were involved in fatal accidents, correct?
Yes.
Were you told specifically whether those 2 were the vehicles involved in fatal accidents?
I don't recall if those 2 specifically were involved.
So you don't know whether those were false changes of behavior or positive changes of behavior, correct?
Can you repeat the question?
A change of behavior indicates that the dog is at least having a mild alert to something, correct?
Not an alert, just noting that her behavior is changing.
Okay. As you're standing in the threshold, you tell Detective LaFleur to burp the car, and then you bring the canine out of the car, out of your car. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So, and when you start the search, you give her the command to begin, seek, or whatever the word was, and you walk right by the target vehicle, correct? The target vehicle's on your right, correct?
That would be correct.
Okay. And she doesn't change her behavior and doesn't do anything as she initially walked past that vehicle, correct?
She's looking left when she enters the door, so she would have been around the motorcycles behind the first cars on the left side.
I'm going to show you page 3. Okay. She walks to the right of all the motorcycles, correct?
Correct.
So she's walking between there's nothing between the motorcycles and the target vehicle, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And just to go back, you said a lot of your training, it's very important that you do blind testing or blind searches, correct?
Correct.
And just to confirm, this wasn't a blind search by any means.
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so again, the dog walks between the motorcycles and the target vehicle, but doesn't do any kind of change of behavior initially, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then follows this path, and then walks throughout this building, and then to, there's a change of behavior as she walks past the target vehicle, correct?
Is this coming back towards where the start was?
Right. Her change of behavior was her change in, or her, as she's walking along, I guess you'd call it the west wall, which is the bottom wall. That's about where her change of behavior is that right? Or where does she change her behavior exactly?
As she's walking from south to north, so towards where we entered, and her
Okay.
change of behavior is when she does a complete 180-degree change of direction, and her breathing rate increases, and she's starting to hyper sniff the rear bumper of the truck.
Okay, so she's almost back to the starting point, right? Before she does the 180, correct?
Correct.
And at the point where she does the 180, you start walking, or where were you standing during the search?
I am walking down the middle of the pole barn so I can constantly have a view of the canine while she's working.
Okay, and then as she makes her U-turn, where are you standing when she does her change of behavior?
Behind the dog.
Okay, and then when she does her U-turn, which direction do you walk?
I'm walking away from her back up the middle, so towards the east.
Okay, so you're walking away from her and she's behind the car.
Correct.
And that's when she does her formal alert at that bottom corner.
At the back passenger corner, correct.
Okay, and at no time did she change behavior or alert at the passenger compartment of that vehicle, correct?
No.
I see that in your report you indicate
I take it back. This guy's annoying too.
Yeah,
one moment.
everything's annoying.
Do you know what the weather conditions were on that particular day on September 19th of 2022?
I would have to refer to my report.
You do normally provide, oh, I'm sorry, top of page 2. I'm showing you what's been marked at the top of page 2. Can you tell me, that's top of page 204.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that lists the weather conditions outside for that day, correct?
Yeah,
That's correct.
Okay, why is that important?
This would be more important for an exterior search. However, I put them in all reports. And it would be important if it was an exterior search because in a case that I recently just discussed here, if the dog is alerting to something, and in the previous case I discussed from Mount Pleasant, like a pile of brush, and we cannot locate a body in that pile of brush, we would have to push upwind to consider maybe the wind is pushing that odor down where it's starting to pool into that pile.
Okay. And Deputy, did you
Hey, Andrea.
take any photos that day of the garage, of the vehicles?
68 degrees.
Did you take any photos that day?
I do not take photographs as a canine handler.
Okay. Do you, you do take photos of, why is it important that you take photos of your training sites?
So I take photos of the training sites to document the training that I put the dog through. In a case such as this, where I held no jurisdiction, it's not my job or responsibility, and it would be intrusive to take photographs of another jurisdiction's investigations or evidence involved in them.
Okay. Are you aware whether any of the 3 deputies that were there, or detectives, whether they took any photographs on that particular day?
I'm not aware if they did.
Okay. Are you aware if there's any video, did you take any video of the search in this case?
I did not take any video of the search in this case.
Are you aware of whether there was any video taken in this case?
I'm not aware of any video.
Yeah, officer, back to, I want to talk a little bit about your training.
No.
So again, your training was conducted along with Karen Corcoran and Mr. Anthony. Blair.
I don't care about Carrie Cochran. I don't care about Mr. Anthony. I want to know, what did she alert to? I have a feeling this case could have taken 2 hours if they just kept to the facts of the case.
Blood day, correct?
That's correct.
And at least one or a few of your NNDA certifications were issued by Karen Corcoran.
This is a way I couldn't explain it. For any woman in here that has ever been over the due date and have a cervix ripener and pitfall to attempt to induce labor, then after 17 hours of contractions been sent home, this is this testimony. Oh, pitukin,
Jesus Christ.
pitukin, pitushin,
Pitocin.
pitocin, I don't know. But just get to the part where you say you can't really prove she was there, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So
course,
the same
Zach
person
knows
who's
that
training you
because,
is also training you for your
He
certification.
goes to Mexico and says,
proficiency, right?
She
CC,
is also an NNDDA certified.
OBGYNO.
Okay. And who, during the certifications, who's providing the, I want to make sure I get this right. You and Ms. Corcoran basically have the same set of, just a different set of sources, but kind of the same stuff, correct?
Yes. Karen's able to provide at times for training we've been to, for example, in the significant trainings portion on the large source. It was
Heather, as good as yesterday was, where we were sitting here constantly discussing stuff, just as shit has today been. We spent over an hour and a half learning how to make a dog find a cadaver. And apparently you do it by asking your friends if they have a spare, what's it called, Jamie?
Placenta.
Placenta. We call it the mother cake.
Mother cake.
Yeah.
an entire leg, which may sound gruesome. It's just nice to have.
Imagine
for
the
a
jury
canine training
thinking,
when it's
and
not
we
the
have next
typical
week too?
specimen you get to train with.
Well, I will
Right.
kiss the train on the way home and get this guy indicted.
You testified that the dog, you don't train
Yeah,
your dog to
mother
hit
cake.
necessarily on or you said on a large or a small amount of blood, is that right?
That'd be correct.
So how do you train your dog on blood?
So for blood, it's tricky. I have asked permission in the past on scenes where there's a lot of blood pooling for permission to run the dog to document that as a training.
Okay, but those are live scenarios. You don't do independent training on blood though, correct?
That'd be correct.
Okay, and again, it's because blood is everywhere.
Correct. If blood is included in any training notes or in a training log, it's because it's attached to some other type of specimen where we would want a lower threshold.
Okay, and you understand that obviously there was blood in a lot of the organs or tissue that you use, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And there's blood marrow in the bones, correct?
That is correct.
So there's always a component of blood in probably all of your sources, is that right?
Except for skull and some bone with tissue that I have.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
we talked about how, you testified about how human decomposition is different from animal decomposition, correct?
I don't know if we
The
testified. that.
odor, I'm sorry, how does the odor of human decomposition differ from animal decomposition?
So the chemical makeup of decomposition from an animal to a human is very different. And we confirm that by adding that into trainings.
Okay, when we went through your trainings here, none of that was covered, is that right?
Some was, it just wasn't discussed.
Okay, and tell me how you distinguish between human decomposition and animal decomposition in your training.
So when we do trainings, for example, the one at Rybar where we place the 55-gallon drum in the wood line, when I see animal remains in a search area, albeit I didn't put them there at that time, I will note that they're in the search area. There are trainings, though, where we have placed animal remains in the search area, along with human food, all sorts of different things, to proof the dog doesn't alert to those items.
You also, at the beginning when you talked about how you became, or how you started your process, you said you read some studies and things like that. Who directed you to read those studies?
So I was directed to read some of these studies by Karen Corcoran, Anthony Valenti, and then there's other people that you just happen to be working with in the canine community that'll direct you and say, this was an interesting read, you might want to read that one.
Okay, but that's not required as part of
I
your
have a-
certification, correct?
It is
A
not.
line
Okay,
of
so
SMIC
as
stuff
far
is
as
coming out that's an
reading,
interesting read.
reading
You should read them.
studies or reading particular papers or anything, that's something you just do on your own.
Right.
That's correct.
And there's no reading list that you must do as part of your certification.
I don't care
in
about any of
NDDA,
this.
Correct?
There is not.
Okay. You did say that, or how do you stay current on, or how do you, are there best practices that are set forth by the NNDDA?
In terms of training, no. The NNDDA is more concerned that if you're presenting a dog to be certified, you're attesting that upon arrival for certification, you feel your dog has been adequately trained and prepared. And it's either you pass certifying or you don't.
Okay, so certification for the NNDDA strictly has to do with those specific certification tests, correct?
That's correct.
And how you and the dog perform.
That's correct.
And that's obviously by whether you find certain items and the comments or the, what is determined, I'm sorry, by the certifying authority.
That's correct. as
Okay.
well.
So again, there's no written rules or professional standards for this, for the NNDDA cadaver dog handlers.
Can you say that again, sir?
There's no professional standards that exist specifically for NNDDA canine cadaver handlers.
For handlers, no.
Are there standards for the dogs themselves?
The certification would be their standard.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the National Institute of Standards and Technology?
I believe I have.
Okay, that's not something that you are a part of, is that correct?
It is not.
Okay. What about the Organization of Scientific Area Committees?
I have not heard of that.
Okay, and the Scientific Working Group on Dog and Orthogonal, ORTHOGONAL.
Oh, I forgot oregano on
detector
my pizza
guidelines?
tonight.
I have not heard of that.
Okay.
I think we borrowed cadaver dogs from Germany. That's right. No, I'm not looking at corn. I'm looking at drama. It's the same. No, I'm just looking at people arguing.
Have you heard of the American Academy of Forensic Science?
Nope.
Yes,
Okay, are you a member of that organization?
I am not.
Okay. You work
Don't think we use it much.
throughout
in
your
Denmark.
time as a deputy and as a detective. You've worked with the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, correct?
I have, yes.
And you understand that they have certain guidelines and standards for their forensic studies, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that those standards would provide a difference between just operational proficiency testing versus forensic reliability validation, correct?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. You're in your what you've been doing through the National Narcotic Drug Detect. I want to make sure I get it right. The National Narcotic Detector Dog Association. That's certification, correct?
Yes.
And that's to make sure your dogs are proficient in the search for cadavers.
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that when, like the narcotics, when you're dealing with something like the crime lab, where they're doing testing, correct? You're aware that they do testing on certain things, right?
I'm aware.
Okay, and that they have certain standards that are forensic standards, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you understand the difference between operational proficiency and forensic reliability validation, correct?
Just that they exist, I probably couldn't get into much detail on that.
Okay. And you said the NNDDA certification allows you to do cadaver searches throughout the United States. That allows you to go all over the United States, correct?
Yes, it's a nationally recognized certification.
Okay. And all the certification tests are done by actual members of the NNDDA.
Correct, they have to be certifying officials for the NNDDA.
The certification tests are blind tests, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Do you understand, do you know what a double blind test is?
I do know what a double-blind test
Can you
is.
explain for the jury what a double blind test is?
So you provide a specimen, or a specimen is to be hidden by an individual. That individual then tells another individual that, hey, the specimen's been hidden. So now the person that is telling the handler to begin the training event or the search, that person doesn't even know where it's been hidden. So it's twice blind.
Okay. So the evaluator, technically the primary evaluator doesn't know, and the handler doesn't know, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And can you explain the benefit of that?
The benefit of
I'm
that would
nodding
be
off.
that if there were to be any queuing going on, it would be near impossible, because the individual that placed the specimen is the only one that would know. So now the evaluator would not even know. So the evaluator couldn't cue the handler to say whether or not that was a correct trained formal alert to whatever source the canine is alerting to.
Okay. So it's real important that both in training and certification that there's no queuing by the humans who are in the room, right?
Yes,
Okay. And double blind obviously provides an extra layer of protection from that.
they can, yeah.
Okay. But the NNDDA doesn't require double blind certification, correct?
I'm not a certifying official, but they don't require that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Don't you have something you can play with? Look, I forgot I had this. I'm just going to put it together while I'm sitting here.
I don't have anything. I'm just looking at people having drama on the Twitch thread. This isn't important. They're trying to sow doubt about his skills as a dog handler, but in reality, they just have to ask, so could anything else, because we didn't find anything biological in the car, could it have been something else? Is it always a safe reaction? And we know it's not, because she failed her test previously. So again, it's just a waste of. I'm thinking they're trying to see how many of the jury they can kill by boring them to death. Yeah, there's no double blind, so it's BS, and that's why when it alerted to 2 other cars in the garage, he didn't ask, have they done anything wrong? Because he just needed to find something on this car. So it's not a blind test. He knew exactly what car she was supposed to look at.
Mhm.
Bone fragments or bone material for your training, correct?
Yes.
Are those, just a question, are those treated with anything before they're provided to you? Or are they fresh and, I guess, virgin?
They're not treated with anything.
Okay.
Virgin bones.
Virgin bones?
Well, whenever I ever try it, I will be the virgin boner.
God.
Jamie, stop.
We talked about the accuracy percentage for your dog's performance, correct?
For blind rates, yes.
Yes, okay. And that percentage was actually calculated from your own training logs?
Yes.
Do you know, were those logs complete or were they selectively compiled?
How do you mean, sir?
Were there Mr. False alerts that were considered irrelevant and thus were excluded?
Oh, no, they were not.
Okay. Does the NNDDA require that you keep a training log?
They do not.
Okay. Regarding your training, let's talk a little bit about your training log. The times that you put into your training log, we saw the column that had hours on it. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And when you put those hours down, that's basically from the time you arrive at a site until the time you leave the site, correct?
In some cases, yes.
Okay. And if not, then you make notations maybe in your notes. Is that right?
Yes.
But so, for example, if you're at a training site for 2 hours, the dog is actually only engaged in actual search for cadaver materials for 10 minutes. Is that about right?
Not always, but some searches are quick and some searches are longer.
Okay. Would you say that a large portion of those training times that are put down are more for preparation and review rather than actual dog searches?
Yes.
Okay.
In terms of nose time.
Okay. So there's a difference between training time and nose time, just so we're clear.
Yes.
Okay. And the notes in your training log, those are, to the best of your knowledge, those are accurate, and all the handwriting is your handwriting, right?
Yes. Does
the NNDDA have a standard for number of hours that you should be training per month?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. So when you're
I hope
not,
the judge is
when
sending
not
us home,
training,
I'm
your
dying.
dog lives with you.
I know.
You said, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and she obviously is, a large part of her life is just as a home pet. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
She doesn't go out with you on patrol actively or anything like that?
There was a point of time where Raven would be in the office when I was in the detective bureau, but when I left the detective bureau to go work Metro Drug Unit, she was no longer coming to work with me.
Okay. So her day-to-day life is more home and routine interactions rather than actual canine cadaver dog work, correct?
That'd be correct.
And you don't know, you're not with Raven all the time, correct?
No, I'm not with her all the time.
Right, so she's usually at home with your family a lot?
That'd be correct.
Okay, so, and you don't necessarily know what interaction she's getting into in your yard or anything like that either?
That I would know.
Okay.
The dog is sitting at home saying, it wasn't my job.
Yeah.
I just want to know, did it have a meeting with Commissioner Cox, and did he tell her to say the right stuff or do the right stuff?
The conditions inside the barn, you didn't take a temperature reading inside the barn, right? Correct?
I did not.
Okay, do you know, was it noticeably warmer or cooler, or about the same temperature as outside?
I didn't notice anything extraordinary about the temperature.
Okay. There were some kind of ventilation fans going?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. You don't know, you couldn't tell, though, what direction the air was moving within that pole barn, though, correct?
I could not.
Okay, but there were some kind of fans going on, so air was...
We are here because Sue demanded that we would be here, and she's laughing her maniacal laugh right now.
Oh my gosh.
circulating somehow, but you don't know what direction or what speed or anything like that.
I believe there were fans in the louvers at the peaks, but I don't know air movement, which direction it was moving in the pole barn.
And the detective brought you to that service door, so she directed you basically where to start. That was the logical starting point. She directed you to that point, correct?
She didn't direct me where to start. I said that would be my preference and where to start versus rolling up the big overhead door.
Okay. You walked the perimeter of the pole barn, or at least part of it, before you started?
Just the west side, so not the entire perimeter.
Okay, so you just walked inside of the chain link fence area?
That's correct.
Okay. And you said the dog didn't show any interest in the suspect vehicle when you started that search, correct?
Correct.
She basically started her search and ran right past it.
She didn't run right past it. I would not agree with that statement.
She walked past it?
She began her search, as I stated earlier, going left to work the north side of the pole barn behind the vehicles that were in there, and continued her search pattern towards the east, then the south side, and then back towards the west end before giving a trained formal alert.
Okay, she didn't go to the west wall till she was past the motorcycles, correct?
You can't, because the motorcycles are there.
Right, so basically by the time she started going left, she was already past the suspect vehicle, correct?
I believe so. It's just the way it's characterized, I think, it's a mischaracterization of running past.
Okay, but, okay, she walked past. She trotted past.
She was searching past, yes.
Okay.
She was searching past.
Jamie, does your dog ever do
And
the
again, the vehicle was parked right
when
in
they're
front
running
of the
around outside?
service door, correct? On the
yeah.
west side of the vehicle.
Hear
The
something,
barn,
see
correct?
something?
The overhead, the larger door.
Oh, I'm sorry, the overhead door.
Sure does.
Service door is just to the left of the overhead door.
That's correct.
Should I have pieces left over after a bag?
Yeah, there will be a few of the smaller ones.
So
Okay.
in the circle of the search, basically, the suspect vehicle was the first and the
Come on.
last vehicle. The
A
dog
cartoon
encountered.
channel or
It
something.
was the last vehicle that they encountered.
Yes.
And again, you knew where the suspect, you knew
I-
the suspect vehicle,
and I'm
you knew the
falling
identity of the
asleep.
vehicle going in.
I did.
If you were to learn that there were more than 2 vehicles involved in fatal accidents in that garage, would that change anything about your analysis of the search?
It would not.
Are you familiar with, you talked about how you use, in training, you use items, source items that aren't necessarily human remains, correct? Like
Scent articles?
Scent articles, I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, scent articles, right?
Yes,
And scent articles aren't cadaver material, correct?
that's correct.
And they get the odor from touching or being near cadaver material, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. In fact, we learned about that barrel that had closed containers inside of plastic containers, or I'm sorry, closed containers inside of sealed plastic bags inside of a barrel, correct?
That's
There was
correct.
one training, and then the next training was that barrel without all that material, correct?
That would have been 2 trainings later.
Right, but the barrel had a cadaver scent to it, enough for the dog, okay?
That's
So you agree that scent can transfer from one thing to another, correct?
Yes,
Okay, wouldn't you agree that in a small pole barn with vehicles that have been involved in fatal car accidents, do you believe that there'd be any transference going on in an enclosed pole barn in that environment with all those cars?
in this instance, no.
Why do you say that?
Because where the change of behaviors occurred and the trained formal alert to the suspect's vehicle, that's what tells me that.
You are aware that the crime lab did a test and there were absolutely no biological materials on that vehicle, or I'm sorry, strike that. That there were no biological materials found in the back bed or tail or bumper of that vehicle, correct?
I am aware, yes.
And that included DNA swabs for any kind of volatile organic materials?
I am aware of this, yes.
Okay, and strike that.
Stop striking yourself.
Were the ventilation fans running while you conducted the search?
I do not recall if they were running.
You didn't smell any decomposition odor during the search, correct?
I do not recall an odor of human decomposition during the search for myself.
You indicated when Raven provided her change of behavior at the rear bumper of Mr. Pahl's vehicle, you kind of walked along the passenger side of the vehicle, kind of toward the center of the barn, correct?
After she did her change of behavior, 180-degree change of direction, and then she's going back to the back passenger corner of the truck as I'm walking away down the center of the pole barn.
Okay, and right before that, you were kind of walking behind her, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so you're basically going east along the driver's side of the pickup truck as Raven's walking back toward that back corner, correct?
I'm not along the side of the pickup truck. I'm feet away from the truck, but yes, I'm walking east while Raven is at the rear of the pickup
Okay,
truck.
so you changed direction, correct?
Yes.
And shortly after you changed direction, Raven sat at that corner of the truck, correct?
No, that's not correct.
Okay, then, so a minute after you walked away, Raven sat at the corner of that truck?
No.
10 seconds?
I mean, that would be closer to being accurate than a minute, yes.
Okay, so by that time, you were well away from Raven, almost to the middle of the pole barn, away from her, which is not consistent with how the whole search has been going, correct?
No, that's not accurate. I was not that far from her.
Okay, you said you changed direction when she changed direction, correct?
Correct.
How long, and you said it was about 10 seconds.
It isn't a matter of seconds between the change of the direction of the dog. So now the dog is walking south along the bumper of the suspect vehicle.
Right, and you're walking toward the middle of the pole
Now
barn.
I'm walking back towards the east as she hits the corner, and she's hyper sniffing the rear passenger corner of the bumper as I'm continuing to watch her, and I'm walking away from the truck. My distance from the truck, maybe 10 to 15 feet.
Okay.
No. Jamie, do you
And you're
think this
saying
is
the
a pro
dog-
that
the
time
dog
to
did
start
not
sniffing glue?
alert or provide a formal alert to either of the at least 2 vehicles that she showed a change of behavior, correct?
There's no other trained formal alert in the pole barn other than on the suspect's vehicle.
Okay. And she didn't show any change of behavior to any other vehicles in that pole barn?
Other than the 2 previously testified to.
Okay. Did she show a change of behavior when she walked by any of the motorcycles or the moped?
No.
She's a lying sack of shit.
Yeah.
She was just out to get this man.
Bum, bum, bum.
And again, where were the other detectives? Were they standing
I
near
think
the
Sue
starting
broke
point,
the case.
when this all was going on?
Yes.
Okay, so, and that included,
Yeah. Makes total sense.
including Detective LaFleur, was that right?
I believe so, yes.
And all three of those detectives were aware of the target vehicle, correct?
I'm assuming they were.
Okay, so this was definitely not double blind or blind by any means, correct?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not.
It is.
These nuts.
Oh my God.
You,
Yeah.
you told Detective LaFleur again to burp only Mr. Paul's vehicle, right?
Burp
Correct.
that baby.
And that burping is going to release whatever smells are from inside the cab of that particular truck.
That's correct.
Okay. But again, the dog didn't hit around the passenger cab of that truck, right?
That's correct.
And whatever scents would have come out would be stronger around that vehicle as, because of the
But I'm
burping.
stronger
Not necessarily.
than yesterday.
Okay. And yet you said only burp that one car.
Correct, yes.
We only burped that one baby. Okay.
Almost done, Your Honor.
Thank God.
Officer Wood, again, this was not an ideal circumstance. Would it have been better had, say, 5 vehicles been brought outside to an open field area for you to conduct this search?
No, that would not have been better.
Why not?
Why?
Because now you're bringing unknowns into and from the search area. It would depend on the
Unknowns?
time frame between when the search is being conducted for that movement to occur. If there would be any movement to occur, it would be more beneficial for the suspect vehicle movement to occur, if that makes sense.
It doesn't.
Well, would it have been
No.
beneficial to have 4 cars that you know weren't involved
Suck at this.
in fatal accidents and then this car so that you could be, so that you'd have a controlled test?
It wouldn't make any difference, in my opinion, to the search whether 4 of the 14 vehicles were removed from the pole barn. The vehicle's already in there with the other vehicles.
Right, but what about moving the entire test outside with the suspect vehicle and 4 other vehicles so that you have an open area where where cross-contamination may not occur?
That has been done.
Okay. And where this public works area is, there's a lot of open area around there, correct? You were out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And the whole, from the time you started the test until the time the dog had walked around the barn, provided his 3 changes of behavior, gave his formal alert, and to the time you basically said it was done was a total of 3 minutes. Is that right?
So from starting point to train formal, it was 3 minutes.
And most of the tests you do are, you said relatively quick, but can be depending on the size of a search area, correct?
For that type of search, the length of time it took is pretty average.
Okay, so interior searches are generally happen pretty quick, is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, and when have you done interior searches where it's a clean environment where there's no no object?
Yes, we have done searches where it's a blank in buildings before. So when I say the time's about average, the time for this search is about the average time that Raven would take to search a blank building and similar in size.
Okay, and if she doesn't find something, she gets frustrated, is that right?
That's not accurate.
Okay.
was.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
And again, you don't know the history of the of the vehicles in the area when she provided those two other changes of behavior, correct?
Objection asked and answered.
Thank you, next question.
Yeah, move on.
Dragging this out is not good for the jury.
No.
They're not gonna like it.
Again, they could just have said she could have made a false positive. There's no way when there's no biological material found after to prove that she actually found something. It could be a false positive. They happen. Yes, they do. Gracias. I need Iris to go to Wisconsin with a chancla.
Use that chunk line or a Jesus candle.
Peeped in Lawn and
Smack him in the
Crim
head.
plus another channel, and most people
I
in
don't have
chat
any
think
further
he's
questions.
guilty. Well, we are
Nothing further, Your
the
Honor,
nice
thank you.
chat over
All right,
here.
Thank you very much. You don't have any exhibits, do you, sir?
Only
not.
Sue believes everyone is guilty.
Thank you.
Of course they think he's
Folks,
guilty.
Who's your next witness?
Yeah, he's accused of
He's a-
something.
Jensen.
Yeah, he's accused of something and he's not a great human being,
Okay,
so of
then,
course he's guilty, right?
You're-
Are you, is that you?
No.
The short witness.
Okay, then, we're trying to use yours here. If we need a break now. I think we need a break now. all
Yeah.
right? Let's take a break. All right.
Yeah, they're like, let us go to the dang bathroom. Like, oh,
Yeah, let's go out, have a smoke, come back, and say, what the hell's going on?
oh, this is so cute. This is fun.
Yeah,
How
it's
have I
way
never,
better than you
how have I
thought.
never done this before? I don't know, man.
All right, have a seat, everybody.
Oh, looking back.
You said the next witness is who?
Detective Marshall Jensen,
Okay, and then after that,
Detective Plennis.
okay, he'll take some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right,
detective,
very
two
good.
more
Your Honor, should we move
detectives?
exhibits
Yeah.
quickly
Wait a minute,
before we forget?
I think everything's good.
She does.
Yeah.
Okay, before you forget, there's some others,
We're gonna have to deal with that.
It's really cute.
and
Show it to people.
490.
Well, I did a million times, but look,
Yeah, but
can you see
the,
it?
the set,
There we go. Better.
Earlier with Detective Fredericks.
how long have you,
Well, it's that. Well, I just got the little guy going.
Those are yours.
You know.
Not mine.
Right.
I already knocked a bunch of pieces off, so I had to redo it.
yeah, that happens.
They were not shown to the jury, they were not admitted.
Right. Correct, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
We'll get them in otherwise.
Are you moving now? The defense can present it.
490 was the one used
I'm
today?
asking about 467.
Was it used yesterday?
The text,
Text.
No, was
Yeah.
that used yesterday?
yeah. That didn't.
That didn't come in.
And yesterday.
The one yesterday didn't come in.
The one today, I think.
The one he,
Nobody moved, that's what I'm asking.
But Judge, I objected because he hadn't laid the proper foundation and then the court did not, and then he didn't, after that move, he was not able to lay the proper
So
foundation.
the one yesterday shouldn't come in.
correct.
708, and what about 490?
Wake us.
Detective Fredericks testified that
You need
those
a
came from
monster.
Skype records, so I think the appropriate foundation had been laid.
It's
I did
9
not have an
o'clock.
objection before
Hopefully I'll go to bed within the next hour and a half.
Okay, anything else?
Maybe.
Your Honor, what about the exhibits for the canine handler?
Yeah. So
I doubt
we-
it.
We are moving 118 is, I'm sorry.
She told me that if we publish them, they're admitted.
Right, they were all shown to the jury.
Okay.
They were all admitted.
Excellent.
So everything from,
Oh, I didn't know that.
everything with the dog handler's been admitted. Okay.
What the hell is this? Oh my God.
Strengthen your immune exercises. Best medicine under your nose. One finger on your nose. Take a long deep breath in. Inhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and laugh it out. How are you doing? Other finger on your nose. Best medicine under your nose. Absolutely free. Take a long deep breath. Hold it, and laugh it out.
Why do these people keep popping in?
Both the fingers on your nose. Breathe in. Fill up your lungs. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and laugh it out. Let's start juggling.
What are people doing this for?
What the hell is? He's a hoarder over in this corner.
Where? Oh, Jesus. Sir, clear your background up before you get a Zoom call.
This is like girls who put up their, "Hey, I'm so hot. Let me do a hotness check today on the Instagram." Take your kids' toys and your dirty laundry and whatever you have in the background. Just take it out of the picture so we don't have to see it.
Like, that was unnecessary.
I did these exercises. Oh, look, Marissa's angry again. Well, it's the day ending in Y.
She doesn't like the laughing people.
No, she doesn't like happiness.
I wouldn't say that, but
If I could find some anger therapy where it's just and hate.
I wonder if there is some. I bet you there is.
There are those weirdos who runs out in a wood and knocks trees over and screams because I don't know, they're weird. But Marissa will open the first anger channel where it's just, okay, today let's find something. Oh, look, it's a kitty cat. Hate it.
I hate it. That's what it is.
The kitten is still happy. Hate it more.
Marissa, do you hear him? Come back. Defend yourself. Look at that cute kitten. I hate it.
Yeah. Well, you know she doesn't like cats. She only likes dogs.
Well, she likes cats. She
No, she
loves
doesn't.
dogs.
I think
She has a cat.
she has a cat.
Yeah, she has a cat.
Oh.
But she loves dogs, and you know.
Well, the cat is
Who
only there
doesn't?
for her hate therapy.
For her hate therapy. Oh, it's supposed to be teeth. That is so cute. Look at that. Little teeth. I love this. I do not understand how anybody could think that the state is proving anything right now.
I don't I can understand that you dislike him and he's not a nice guy and he might have said some bad things to her, but there's no way you can say with 100% certainty this guy killed her. The most compelling evidence so far is a dog changed direction and potentially alerted to something that we couldn't prove scientifically.
On the bumper, which they tested and they found nothing.
Yeah. Well,
And
maybe
on
the
the bumper
detective,
makes no sense.
the next detective comes in and said, "Well, I did something that the luminol and the DNA didn't pick up. I licked the bumper."
Gross. Stop it.
Shell, get to bed. Have a great night.
Yeah. I mean, I would like anybody in chat actually think he's guilty? I want to hear like what evidence is
Yeah,
super
what's
damning.
the argument? If it's just he didn't file a missing persons complaint and he picked up her prescription drugs, yeah, he had a habit of doing that. He got a notification on her phone who was at his house, and he thought, well, fuck it, I'll go get her medication because I sell drugs. Jamie's just trying to hide it.
What?
Nothing. Cats
Do
drool,
I?
dogs rule.
Uh-oh. I'm already messing this up. God dang it. They're a pain to get off.
Yeah. Well, didn't you get one of those little to take it off?
No, there's a thing you have to get? Jeez.
Don't you have like it's about 6 inches long and it has so you can put it on and just to get some leverage on it.
Do they come in the bot with it?
2 seconds.
No. I don't even know what he's talking about. No, I had to pry it off with my nails, and that hurt. That's not why my head snapped up. I don't bat an eye at 6 inches.
One of these guys.
Let me see. No. Is
Oh.
that a fancy Lego tool you buy?
No, it's in most boxes. It's just so you can scoop under or you can put it on to.
No, they didn't give me crap.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
got nothing.
I believe the biggest reasons I've seen is because he didn't call the cops when she went missing. It's clear that these people who have never had a drug addict family member, yeah, I think they forget that whole story the mom told. She would be in and out for a couple of weeks, a couple of months. So he was used to it. They've been going through this for 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said, you need to stop smoking and eat something, I bet you that was crack he was talking about. It wasn't cigarettes because she was getting really skinny.
Could have been meth too. They smoke meth.
Oh, I don't know. I don't go to South Carolina.
Meth is a big thing in Wisconsin. Am I wrong, people? I'm pretty sure it's rampant. I agree, Sue. That's probably a lot of people's arguments because like I was telling Baker earlier, people are basing what they would do, and
Yeah.
this is a couple who clearly have a toxic relationship, and they're not two healthy people. So, and if she's doing this all the time, he's probably in the mindset of like, she's probably just took off again, whatever. She'll show up.
Now I know why Jackhole is over here because I forgot to load the. What the hell? I thought I had one going for.
What?
Oh, I forgot to put one up on Rumble. Sorry,
Oh,
Rumblers. Thank you,
son
Jackhole,
of
for
a-
jumping over here.
Anime is gonna be mad.
I know that. Well, he's working, so he didn't even notice.
Oh.
I'm not gonna start it up now. It's too much work. I don't have the energy today.
Well, meth is big here too. I don't know if I know it's everywhere, but like Midwest is really bad. It's like a, I don't know, it's a Midwest thing too.
Is it is that the one they do in Breaking Bad?
I've never seen the show.
I've
Somebody will
seen.
probably say yeah. It's like the one you always see in the with the little glass tube with the ball at the front of it. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you always see like in movies and TV shows.
Yeah. No, it's not a special. I just thought I had set it up. Normally, I'll set it up when we're done with the morning stream. Just Rumble is annoying that you can't make 2 streams at the same time.
Is
It
Jack
is
Hole
correct.
usually over on Rumble?
Yeah, I said hi Jack Hole this morning. You laughed because Jack Hole.
Well, I know. I know you said it, but I didn't know if do they have a different name over on Rumble? Or is it
No,
Jack Hole?
over there they are the Jack Hole instead of Wisconsin Jack Hole.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna set it up and just say sorry anime because it's late, so he doesn't have to beat me.
I know. Surprised you didn't say anything.
He's working.
Hi, Lefty. I love when
Oh.
you come in and you're just so insulting all the time.
He's so nice
You're-
all the time. He's such a
So
sweetheart.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he should know what's
I do.
popular with his curriculum.
Yeah.
He can tell us: is it crack? Is it meth? What is he using? She was on Suboxone, so she was addicted to opioids. I was on methadone for years. You can do either methadone or Suboxone. They don't give you both. I've never heard of Suboxone. In Denmark, they just get methadone. But yeah, that's why I'm saying him
But-
thinking she ran off because have she done that before? Maybe found some guy who was willing to give her some drugs for some action. Remember when she said, "I can you still wake up with a stiffy. They can't take care of it the way I can." When he was threatening her with taking away her drugs.
Yeah.
Maybe he was thinking, oh, she found another John to give her drugs. Maybe she'd done that before. Yeah, but he never ever threatened her more than once with killing her. What he always talked about the consequences was, I'm gonna withhold your drugs.
Yeah.
He never said, I'm gonna kill you. He kept saying, I'll take your drugs away. I'm taking your drugs away. If you don't behave, I'm taking your drugs away. And I don't know why I don't want you to be high or I'm not going to give you your supply means I'm going to kill you because he loses his income. I'm 100% sure he's selling her pills and that's their income. And then she's supplementing her Suboxone with something. And him saying, I'm going to snap your neck.
Yours back?
Yeah, that's not nice, but
Anything
still.
from the defense?
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
No,
like I
Your
said,
Honor.
they're
Okay,
toxic.
very good.
And it wasn't the day before.
These were years
Yeah.
before, right? Yeah.
I believe it was 2 years before, and she had made suicide threats early, way later than him threatening to do something to her. But we don't look at that part. She couldn't have killed herself. It must have been him. I just don't understand why you don't look at that part of it, because there's no way to tell anyway how she passed away.
That's
The
my
medical-
biggest thing is
Yeah.
that.
The medical examiner saying, I don't know. To me, that makes it really, really hard with this flimsy evidence to say, well, he did it because he rented a movie and 2 years prior he told her, I'm going to snap your neck. I just, to me, if you want to convict a man to life in prison on that, I think you might be a harder person than I am.
Yeah,
But I'm a big softie.
Well, you said he said he would and had beat her. Do we
Yeah,
know that
so
for sure? I mean,
we
other than her saying it in her journal?
no medical records of anything. She said in her journal, and he said, "I've slapped you across the face. I'm going to punch you in your face or something again." But where did he say, "I'm going to take you in the woods and I'm going to kill you"? Where did he try and kill her before? It's an escalation.
I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I also tell people I'm gonna slap them in the face all the time, and
You
I don't.
slapped me.
Well, that was a love punch. I got too excited about what we were looking at. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
All right.
And
all
again,
14 jurors have returned. Have a
I
seat.
I just
Thank you
can't
very much.
convict someone
Great,
because
welcome back,
he
ladies and
punched his
gentlemen.
girlfriend before.
Um,
There are
Continue on.
millions
The next
in
witness,
domestic
please.
violence
Okay, we'll call Detective Marshall Jensen.
relationships right now
Stand to my
that
right.
Yeah.
won't end in
Remain
murder.
standing and raise your right.
TC
There's
May, they
no
don't know. They don't
yeah.
know how she died.
As long as they don't, if they can't tell me if she was strangled, beaten to death, whatever, how can you say, well, because he beat her twice before, he killed her?
I do. All right, have a seat,
Yeah,
please.
he must have.
And state your name.
Marshall.
I just can't get beyond
M-A-R-S-H-A-L-L,
reasonable doubt on what we have seen so far,
Jensen, Jensen.
based on
Right,
two
thank you.
reports in
Go
her
ahead.
own journal
Detective,
and
where are you employed?
him
I'm
saying
employed by the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been
they
employed?
were fighting.
A little over 20 years with the Sheriff's Office.
Right.
And what's your current role?
I'm currently
He
assigned
said
to our
she was
detective.
lucky. Yeah, but he did. You keep going to that one day.
It
Nanya,
was years ago.
that one evidence, is that enough that you are going to convict a man to life in prison? With the evidence you have seen, are you willing to send a man to prison for life because he said, "You're lucky I didn't break your neck"? Because that's actually scary if you don't need any evidence other than one threat.
Yeah.
We know she have committed had several attempts of suicide. You are willing to close your eyes to every other piece of evidence except one. You're lucky I didn't break your neck. I know you from watching a lot of trials with you. You're not that. That's not how you do it. I'm just saying, if that's enough to send a man to life for prison, you really have to learn about reasonable doubt,
Well,
because
people
there's no
saying
other
things
evidence.
yeah. Like, just
No,
because,
I'm saying, I know you don't mean that, but that's the only piece of evidence that lands in, oh, maybe he have done something really bad before. Every other piece of evidence, but you keep saying as well, he beat her before, but that's just not an argument that can outweigh. There's no biological evidence, there's no video evidence, there's no physical evidence in any form. That's why I have a hard time going watching it on Lawn and Crim and say, what the hell are you thinking? Where is the evidence? And I know over here we don't chase people and don't think that they're guilty all the time, but it's hearing that Harry also thinks because he didn't file a missing persons report. I'm like, oh my God, that's scary that people don't need more.
yeah. I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah, at least have some blood spatter or have some biological material. We haven't heard that he was misusing her credit card either. That could, maybe it's coming in. If he was using her credit card after, because it was in his wallet, then I could potentially see, maybe he did know she was dead. But then we'll have to see, is there a history of him using it?
Yeah, does
How
he
long have you
normally?
been assigned to the Detective Bureau?
But I just
A little
didn't
over 10
see
years.
someone
About that.
going to a wood
During
and
that 10
getting
years, have you
killed.
had a
But
number
again,
of
it can
different
happen in
special
an
assignments?
instance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sure
In
can.
September
Sorry,
of 2023,
I have a phone call.
were you asked to assist in a search warrant
Okay.
related to a death investigation where the suspect was Matthew Pahl?
That is correct, ma'am.
You asked to attend and assist in the searching of an apartment at 1001 Delafield?
That is correct.
Once you got there, were you assigned to a specific area of the apartment to search, or how do those duties get doled out?
Upon arrival, there was a section of the bedroom which was no one was currently searching, so I just started to take that task.
Okay, is this a one-bedroom apartment?
To my recollection, yes, ma'am.
So when you start searching the bedroom, what types of items are you looking for?
Looking for the various items that were depicted within the search warrant. At that time, I believe it was various different documents and other things related to the case.
As you were searching the bedroom, did you locate anything that you thought was of evidentiary value?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you find?
On top of the desk, I found various different handwritten notes that contained things that appeared to be logins for different accounts, passwords, and logins. Also located a black small laptop case, attaché case, whichever you wish to refer to it, between that desk and the bed, and kind of like a nightstand organizer.
Okay. Tell me about the bag that you found.
Within the bag, there were various different documents as well as U.S. paper currency. The documents were various different travel receipts, along with a passport for Mr. Pahl. 2 envelopes, one which contained $5,000 in U.S. currency, and the other contained $2,000.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Some medications and some various other documents.
Once you found that, did you ask someone to come photograph those items?
Yes, ma'am.
Who would come and photograph the items that you find as you search?
On that day was Detective Steve Burke.
Okay. I'm going to show Exhibit 169. These are items. Okay. I'm going to move Exhibit 169 into evidence per previous agreement.
All right. It's admitted.
Take a second. Detective is, oh, we'll wait for it to get up on the jury screens. Okay. Is this the bag that you found in the bedroom of the apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and 170, please. Is this the currency and the passport that you located?
Yes, ma'am.
We're also going to show you a physical exhibit, which is Exhibit 171. Can you take a look at this and tell me what's contained within this bag?
There's currently a Social Security card, a COVID-19 vaccination card, 2 of them, U.S. passport, a travel documents for Bureau of Customs for Philippine travels, additional travel documents to Manila, it appears, and then diary of some variety.
Okay. You said there's a passport, a Social Security card. Who are those issued to?
Those are issued to Matthew. The Social Security card is issued to Matthew Edward Pahl, and the passport is issued to the same.
Okay. What about the travel documents? You said you found some travel documents in there?
Yes, ma'am.
What are those?
The one for the Bureau of Customs for Philippines is issued to Matthew Edward Pahl. And the one that's in here, unfortunately, how it's packaged, it's difficult to read, but it does say payor of Matthew Edward Pahl.
Okay. Can you hold those up so the jury can see all of those items? Okay. And it was the travel document you said that's to the left closest to the diary. That's what's hard to read?
Yes, ma'am, just because it's numerous papers stacked upon each other.
Sure. Okay, thanks. You can sit down. Detective, one last question about what's in those items. Can you tell me what date that passport was issued?
Date of issuance is February 12th, 2020.
When you collected these items, I understand you had a pretty limited knowledge of what the case was about.
Correct, ma'am.
Did you know whether or not investigators were aware Mr. Pahl had left the country in that time frame?
At that time, no, ma'am.
Okay. But you believe that these might be important to the investigation?
Correct, ma'am.
And so ultimately those were collected and placed on property inventory?
Yes, ma'am.
No other questions? Thanks.
Okay. Cross-examination?
Judge, I have nothing.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Should I return these?
I'll tell you what, she'll put those over on her table, okay? Thank you.
Well, that was easy peasy.
All right, next witness, please.
Thank you. The state calls Detective Nate Plennis.
So come on up to the witness stand to my right, remain standing and raise your right hand, please.
Swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court.
Of course they are.
Truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. All right, please be seated. And tell us your full name, please.
It's Nathan Plennis, Nathan Plennes.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
How long are you employed, sir?
I'm a detective with the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department
How long have you worked in law enforcement?
for approximately 16 years.
And what are the different assignments and duties you've held?
I've been a correctional officer, I was a patrol deputy, I was an acting detective, and I've been a detective for approximately 11 years now.
What types of crimes do you investigate?
All sorts of crimes, anything from general property crimes to drug investigations, to homicide investigations, financial investigations, anything that comes in.
All right. And directing your attention to September 9th of 2022, Did you respond to the scene of a dead body in the area of Gulf Road in the town of Delafield?
Yes, I did.
And did you go right up there?
We were contacted by my boss, our supervisor, we responded up there.
But what time was it when you arrived?
I would have been, I don't know the exact time, it would have been early afternoon, late morning.
Late morning, early afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. And there were multiple officers from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department responded?
That's correct.
A couple of officers from the city of Waukesha came to assist?
That's correct.
Personnel from the medical examiner's office?
Yes,
And many of these individuals drove marked vehicles to that location, correct?
correct.
Meaning that it was obvious you were police and other authorities, just
Yes.
by looking at the vehicles, right?
Yes,
And as a detective, I assume you're plain clothes?
yes,
You don't wear a uniform?
I do not.
Were there members
This is the
of the
second
sheriff's
guy
department
already
who
in
were
this
present
movie
who
then.
were in uniform?
What did the other one say?
He just went to the apartment and collected the passports and all this stuff about him traveling to the Philippines, and that was it.
Oh.
Yes.
He showed it, and that was it.
About how long, if you can estimate for us,
Maxwell, I think consensus is leaning towards the state hasn't reached reasonable doubt yet.
did you remain on scene?
Well, I was there for several hours, I believe till at least probably 3, 4
And
o'clock.
what was, as you recall, just kind of take me through that 3 hours you were out there. What was going on? What were you doing?
We were searching the scene. We were seeing what we were there for. We saw obviously the body. We went through the woods. We were looking through the areas around there to see if there was anything we could find evidence-wise. Checking the area. Just a general overview to try and figure out what was there, who was there, and what may have been left.
Was there any identification with the body?
No.
And did you assist the medical examiner's office in eventually removing the body from the scene?
Yes.
And can you just tell us what is the procedure when the medical examiner arrives on the scene until the time the body is removed?
We don't touch the body until the medical examiner comes there to, I guess, they look over the body, they check the area, they check to see what they can see. We won't move or touch the body until the medical examiner is complete with their initial investigation. Once that is completed, then we usually assist with removing the body and helping them place the body in the body bag and remove the body from, or at least walk the body up with the medical examiner to their vehicle.
And you did that in this case?
Yes.
Do you remember about when that occurred, from when the time you arrived to the time you left, in that time range?
That would have been more towards the end of my time at the scene. I think that was after 2:30.
Okay. And the whole time you were out there, sir, to your knowledge, did anyone approach you and offer information about a missing person in the area?
No.
Did you have any direct contact with Matthew Pahl on September 9 of 2022?
I did not.
You know who Matthew Pahl is, correct?
Yes.
At any time,
No, we spent over 2 hours figuring out if a dog could sniff.
to your knowledge, did he approach any authority out at that scene and offer up information about a missing person that he was aware of?
No.
Moving now to the date of September 12, 2022, you remember going to the residence of Richard and Georgianne Pavlons?
I do.
Where do Mr. and Mrs. Pavlons live?
On Delafield, on Division Street?
In the city of Delafield?
Correct.
Right near the downtown area, correct?
Yes.
Very close to the mobile gas station that's pretty popular out there in the Delafield area?
Yes.
Okay. And when you met with them, did you explain to them the nature of your investigation and the limited information that you had at that point?
Yes.
Do you remember Mrs. Pavlons specifically advising that there was some property of Stephanie's still at her parents' house?
Yes.
Mrs. Pavlons had Stephanie's belongings, is that right?
That's correct.
Do you remember if she
Nothing.
turned over a journal to you?
Yes.
Okay, and just so we're clear, we're talking about the same thing here. She in fact turned over 2 journals to you, correct?
We eventually got a second journal, correct?
Yes, okay, I'm sorry. One day and one a couple weeks later?
Correct.
Okay. Can you identify, showing you exhibits 59 and 60?
Yep.
Okay, actually, I'll just leave those right there for you if they're not in your way, sir. Those are the 2 journals that Mrs. Pavlons turned over to you.
That's correct.
And your understanding is that they were possessions of Stephanie.
Correct.
Move to admit 59 and 60, Your Honor.
No objection.
Hang on, they're already admitted, I believe. Hang on. Yep, they're already admitted.
Okay, thank you, sir. Detective Plennis, if you,
Wait, just let me know, it took me about 30 seconds to find out, but it took her 5 seconds. Go ahead.
yes, sir. Sorry, I have so many things I want to say, Judge. Let's start with Exhibit 59. And you can physically hold that if that helps you, sir. I want to distinguish between these items somehow. So are they have some kind of label or color cover to them?
Yes, Exhibit 59 has a cover that's, on the front of it, it says, "Love what you do."
Okay, and do you know, are there any, you've seen the inside of this book.
Correct.
What is it?
It's like a daily planner. It's a planner, it's got calendar entries, it's got room for notes.
And do you know, or can you tell by looking at the cover, the dates that it involve?
I believe the Love What You Do was, I don't remember exactly if it was May of 20 to June of 21.
Okay.
Not exactly. I guess I'd be guessing to say that I know exactly what dates this one has, but.
Sure, okay. And then the one next to you, number 60, please. Can you describe that one?
This one is, it's got a cover, and it says Day Designer, and it has the dates of 21 to 22, 2021 to 2022.
Are there months associated with that? Or does it just say the years?
That just says the years.
Okay. And after Mrs. Georgianne Pavlon's turned those items over to you, did you have an occasion to go through these journals or calendars?
Yes,
Did you go through each one thoroughly
yes,
and note anything that may be relevant to this investigation? Is that right?
that's correct.
In preparation of trial, did we identify some excerpts from the journal that may be relevant for the jury?
Yes.
I'm going to put up for the witness only, please, Exhibit 139.
Can't wait for this one. Let's cherry pick the crap out of this journal.
You recognize Exhibit 139.
Yes.
What is that?
This will be the Love What You Do planner.
Some excerpts from that planner?
Correct.
Okay. And is the page you're seeing, which is page 1 of 12, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell from that what dates it relates to?
This has July 10th of 2020.
And Ms. Gussie's just scrolling down so you can kind of get an idea.
Yeah. I think that was through April of 2021.
Okay. And then there's a notes section, is that right?
We are not Catholic, so we don't do Halloween. We are Lutheran Christian, so we don't believe in spirits. We have a personal relationship with the Lord, so we don't have to have intermediates. And Jamie, can I tell you how nice it is when you make a video just trying to say drama is a thing that will happen? People will go in and tell you I'm part of the drama by just saying that.
Yeah.
I love people.
People are fun, aren't they?
Always.
That's correct.
Okay. So you've seen now all 12 pages, correct, Detective?
Yes.
And do you believe these, what's displayed here in Exhibit 139 is a true and accurate representation of pages excerpted from Exhibit 59?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit, permission to publish, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay, 139 is admitted.
So we're going to go through these entries, and as always, we're going to ask you to read slowly.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So beginning on page 1, you said the first entry is July 10th of 2020.
That's correct.
Please read that entry to the best of your ability.
Played tennis, got slapped in face and chest over pills again, even though, yes, they fall out of package, but I did not try to take them. Bad day.
All right, next entry for July 14, 2020.
Rotated tire on car at storage was a up and down experience. Threatened me again with violence, but no hitting. Looks like no work today, thunderstorms.
Page 2. July 20th of 2020. Please read.
100-foot extension cord. And it says it's crossed out wet, dry sandpaper. Shoestrings, 7:45-5 p.m. Had a good day at work until I came home and he thought there was smoke left there. Wasn't. Gave me a good hard slap to my face, which stung and gave me a migraine. Good day, bad night. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is why I want to die sometimes. Again, blamed for something I didn't do.
We heard this one yesterday. What does that mean? He thought there was smoke there. There wasn't.
Yeah.
And again, for anyone thinking, oh, this is 2 years before she disappears.
Yeah.
And then we get to the blame for taking 2 sets C's again, even though I didn't.
Blamed for taking 2 Z's again, even though I didn't.
And do you know what the reference to a Z means?
Yeah, that would reference normally Xanax, which is a prescription medication.
And Xanax is really spelled with an X, correct?
Correct.
X-A-N-A-X.
Correct.
But in your work as a detective, especially in the drug field, you know that people commonly think it's really spelled with a Z
That's correct.
because of the pronunciation.
Yes.
Okay. So a Z commonly refers to Xanax,
Correct.
which is alprazolam by brand name?
Yes.
Or, yes, Xanax is the brand name, alprazolam is
This
the
is a brand name.
generic name.
Come
Correct.
on.
And you know that to be a benzodiazepine?
Yes.
Okay. All right, July 21, 2020.
It says 10:30-4:30. Pretty good day.
Go ahead.
I sent him to roll up windows in car and truck. He left the keys on, the ignition switch on in the car, and drained the battery.
And I
Had
highly
to
doubt she's
jumpstart
not-
car with truck, and of course, I get blamed, and he gets mad. He just doesn't know how to accept that he can do dumb things too. In reality, though, it's just easier to blame me. And when I say something about it, stop talking, I can't read that word right now, or you're done, even though they are prescribed to me. Why couldn't you have taken me instead of Rich?
So stop talking or you're done. So you're done is not, I'm going to unalive you. It's, you don't get your drugs.
Yeah, because then she says in the next spot,
Even
No.
though they're prescribed to me.
yeah, even though they're prescribed to me.
Yeah.
And I am with
Any idea
Sue.
what-
I have a hard time believing a lot of the stuff she's saying, but what do I
Well,
know?
I think they slapped each other around. I think he was an asshole.
Oh.
I think she was an asshole. I think they were massive drug fiends. But why
Yeah,
are
yeah,
we?
yeah, I agree.
Why are we reading 2-year-old messages? I want to see the 5 days before she disappears.
Yeah.
That references to taking me instead of Rich.
I believe that was her brother that had passed.
Stephanie had a brother that passed away?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the mom didn't say that.
Keep going
And
down
again,
on
and
page
she
2. We're now on
references-
August 2 of 2020.
Correct.
Please
even
read
on
it.
the live.
It says there's N/W. 2 cuts, bump on head from getting smashed with bottle, from taking one of my own Z's.
Next page, please. Or next entry. August 3, 2020.
9:30-5:15 p.m. Today was a slow start, but once we got going, it was better. Ended on a good note. Head hurts really bad. I really don't know if I need stitches or not. because I can't see the cuts, only feel them. Hopefully be a little better tomorrow. I have 3 huge lumps on my head for taking a med prescribed to me, but no okayed by him. When needed, make sure I always have clean buckets in car.
What?
What?
Okay,
Did
next
she
date of
pee in her
August
pants?
14, 2020.
7:50 a.m. - 4 p.m. Had another really great day with a smiley face. Finally, a week where there was no fighting, hitting, or anything else. My head is just about healed also.
Okay, before you go on,
Just
Detective,
fighting the day before.
you said you've reviewed this entire book, correct?
Correct?
Would you agree that there are, we haven't pulled them out, but there are also entries throughout the book where Miss Stephanie Pavlons appears to be positive and upbeat in her entries?
Yes.
And she'll remark when there's good days and things are going well between her and Mr. Pahl?
Yes.
That doesn't mean
And
anything.
between the total history of a year, the length of a year that's recorded or documented in her journal, would you agree it's kind of up and down?
Yes.
And there's, could be days or weeks where she says everything's fine, no problems?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, if we could please go on then to August 20 of 2020.
8:30 - 4:45, which is 8 1/4 hour. It was a okay day, but a terrible night. Soon as I got home, because he gave me a bindle and he thought I took it even though he did give it to me. And we couldn't find it. Went into a yelling fit and put me into a crying mess. Thought he was going to hurt me.
Okay, next entry, please.
What's a bindle?
I think benzo, right?
It doesn't look
What's
like
it?
benzo. Bindle is how I'm seeing.
Oh, he gave me a
Bindle.
bindle.
Does it look like bindle? Bindle. Bindle. Is it some? It's a baggie.
Bindle. Someone says Coke.
Bindle of meth or coke.
It's a
It
baggie of
it doesn't
drugs.
look like a U. It looks like an I.
Okay, they should explain that because that's a
Oh
little more hardcore.
well, Jamie, look who pipes up. Then we know what it is.
It's a
She's gonna beat me one day. You know that.
well, then there's your proof that she was on something else also because she definitely is skinny.
Bindle is a small package. Okay, I don't do drugs, so I
I
don't know
don't
any of
either.
the.
Thought he was going to
So
hurt me.
I'm
Okay,
right there
next
with
entry,
you.
please.
I have no idea.
August 21, 2020.
9 - 3:45, it's a 6 3/4 hour. Horrible day. Remembered that the package was in yellow shirt pocket after he almost left me at storage. Was horrible to me all day until I told him over and over that I did not take it and showed him that when we finally got home. If I'm so important to him, why does he make me feel so useless? I hate the highs and lows. I hate the highs and lows feeling he makes me feel.
Well,
Thank you.
that's
Next,
kind of
August
a relationship
28,
you have.
2020.
Get out
Yeah,
of it,
this is
ma'am.
It just says N
this is weird.
/W. Cleaned around the house, and in doing so, kicked a little piece of bud. So he kicked or punched me in the tailbone,
But
which I believe is now
a little piece of butt. That's weed, right? Kicked a little
Bud.
piece of
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah.
bruised on the inside because it hurts to sit, bend, and squat. Made me take 2 bike rides even though he saw me like that. Checked out house in Pewaukee.
Next entry, August 30, 2020.
Black and blue eye over a pill I didn't take, and butt still hurts and will all week. Horrible fucking day.
Do we believe she didn't take any of
Page,
these drugs?
please.
I
Now
don't
we're into
believe that at
September of
all.
2020. Starting with the first.
It says call Mary
That's
Ann,
really what I
to
don't
number
believe.
751-4001, and it says 800 roughly, 134 Terrace Lane, Heartland. South and east end of house, scraped, primed, painted, 1-2 day job. 10 p.m., 4:30 p.m., 6.5, and it's got 41 hours total. Told him about blown eardrum at end of day.
I'm going to
Blown
ask you to stop
eardrum.
there for a minute, Detective Plennis. Later in your testimony, we're going to talk about a number of records that you obtained during this investigation, correct?
Correct.
Do you remember receiving medical records documenting that Stephanie Pavlons had a blown eardrum?
Yes.
And that she received some treatment for that in October of 2020?
Yes,
About the middle of October 2020, based on the doctor's records?
that's correct.
Okay, continue,
From what?
please. For September 2, 2020.
It says 8:30-2. Got paid through today. Today was okay. I told him next time he ever lays a hand on me, I have to leave him. I can't give him sex anymore because I feel nothing toward him, and all I feel from him and see out of his eyes is hate. He is making me so sick to my stomach to be around him, and I'm scared to death of him. I need help from someone, and I have no one.
You have your mom. You stayed
Next
with your
entry,
mom.
please.
Yeah, go to
October
your
of
mom and she
2020 on
can
the
help.
29th.
Again, it says N/W. Terrible day. He again thought I took pills from him, which I did not. Got punched in the nose, hit 2 times in the head, and thought for sure I was going to have a complete mental breakdown. I walked right up to a moving train and came within inches of throwing myself right under it. I had an excellent day with him yesterday at work, and we even made love twice in the middle of the night. Finally felt close to him again. I can't keep going through these mental and emotional ups and downs. I will either want inch I was going to have a complete, which I
Please.
Oh, it's because the days
October of 2000.
they're doing
terrible
the thing where
times in
they're
the head,
taking
and thought for
days
sure I was going to
that's
have a
not
complete mental
connected.
breakdown.
Because I couldn't. I don't want to have sex with him. Oh, we had sex twice. I couldn't make that make sense.
Oh, yeah.
I walked right up to a moving train and him yesterday at work, and we even made love twice in the middle of the night. Finally felt close to him
Yes,
again.
we heard about
I
this from the
can't
lead
keep going
detective.
through these mental and emotional ups and downs. I will either wind up in a mental home or 6 feet under. I feel so hopeless, worthless, and most of all hurt.
Next entry on November 19, 2020.
There's numbers on top of the page. It's 1869613, and it has parentheses MCD. It's got, I guess, a frown face, and it says 9-4:45 p.m. Really bad morning after leaving home. Almost got kicked out of truck because I ended up taking more than half a quail, and he got really mad, so he punched me in the chest about 5 times. Made all the great days and nights we were having together disappear. I'm sure he felt better after he got high and did his shit, or should I say mine, while making me suffer half the day. I did not fall asleep until midnight because his needs are greater than mine.
Next page, please.
Horrible, horrible drug addicts.
November 20, 2020.
Yeah.
9:30-4. Started off and had okay day, even though my anxiety is through the roof. See, he needs 3 Z's today because of, it looks like Judy. So I again are going to have to suffer because he refuses to take the meds he's prescribed and instead take mine. And when he gets low, guess who suffers? Me. Even though he should be the one to cut down, he doesn't. It's going to take another while to get back to feeling how happy I was, feeling when I woke up yesterday morning before getting punched 5 times in the chest.
Next entry, December 14, 2020.
There's an email address. It's phoenix48481@gmail.com. And then it's SAM for SHELT, %8, !A. It was terrible. Had blood come out of my butt for the 2nd time in a week while pooping, and a lot of stress today with electronic devices Almost hope I have some sort of cancer so I can leave this earth early to stop suffering so much.
So now we jumped a month again.
Next
They really
entry,
should
March
say that to the
25,
jury.
2021.
Got OC, took whole bottle to rid myself of this wretched life of pain, misery, and hopelessness.
So this is
and
4
yet
months
somehow I
later.
still survived. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
OC.
Detective Clements, the reference to OC, do you know what that may be?
Possibly Oxycontin?
Okay. That's a narcotic pain pill.
That's correct.
Okay. Next entry, please. April 14, 2021.
Still wish that bottle I took would have killed me. Feel worthless, unloved, used, and miserable. The sad face. Why am I here? How can I escape?
All right, and then there was a notes section in the back of the journal.
That's correct.
Okay, we're going to ask you to read some selected notes here, starting with July of 2020. We're on page 9. Go ahead.
July 6th, it's got a hyphen 20. My arm hurts from getting punched yesterday because I hit / rubbed a couple of curbs while handing out signs. My heart, soul, and mental state have been broken time and time again. I feel trapped.
Next entry.
I feel sorry for her. Why did we go
know, I
back in
mean-
time?
7/9/20. Law office
We were just
of
in
Dr.
2021.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Knighton, Nitan, Nguyen, Nguyen, case management team. It says Purdue claim called. Found a burn in rug. Looked like a nug burn that fell out of, it says GP, but it doesn't matter. It's always my fault, even when it's not. If it weren't raining right now, I would be outside walking. I'm sick of being called every name in the curse book, punched, kicked, pushed, bullied, and promised empty nothings. He is so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from one moment to the next. I just pretty much are a doormat to him. You don't treat someone you supposedly love like a dog and beat them down day after day with either threats, hits, or talking to me the way he does. I have no purpose in life but to be abused, it seems like. If I want to leave, he will take everything from me and not give a shit. Because I'm a drug addict who needs / wants 2 greens and 2 blues a day. I don't need any more than that. I know what works for me, just as he does for him.
What's 2 greens and what's 2 blues? Knock fell out of a glass pipe. Okay.
Those probably her pills. I mean, I don't know which ones are which color.
Okay. But I find this, first of all, I find it terrifying that people live like this and they can't get out of it. But I find it even worse that the state presents it out of order. Because this is related to some of the earlier texts, but they read them later. They don't read them chronologically. I think that's bad.
Well, and these are years ago too. Like it's not like it's leading up to.
Yeah. OC is definitely OxyContin. The pills have an OC on them, so that's why they're called that. Okay. But blues and greens, we don't know what is. Well, blues, I've heard from Zach, is for men.
That will never happen, though, because he's the controller. I used to love him. I used to have
Xanax.
hope, and I used to trust him.
Oh, probably green OxyContin and hydrocodone and blue are Xanax.
Yeah, it's probably
Okay,
one or
thank
the
you.
other. Yeah.
But both of those are relaxers, right?
Oxy is a pain med. It's a opiate. And
Yeah, but
Xanax is for, anxiety.
yeah, but they would both relax your system.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and if she has seizures, again, I'm just saying, could have been OD'd and yeah.
I have none of that and nowhere to go except by Mike. I just want to die now.
Next entry for August of 2020.
This is 8/2/20. The day I did it again. I took one of my own Z's without asking, and while taking a dump, he asked me if I did, and stupid me said no. Well, needless to say, I got smashed in the head with a bottle about 6 to 8 times.
But that's the
I
one
got
we
2
heard
cuts in the process.
before.
Started bleeding, and had to put ice on my head pretty much all day. I did end up taking a shower and washing my hair that had dried blood in it, very carefully. It hurt really bad. How I didn't get dizzy or blackout, I don't understand. I guess my prescriptions when it comes to the greens and blues are just automatically his. Because if I didn't hand them over, ask when I want something, or take my scripts in my own hand, he will call my doctor in a heartbeat and do his best to get me cut off. I just really don't know if my doctor would. He has been my doctor for well over 10 years and has never even seen Matt. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Well, he's
those
not a
are
good
all good days.
doctor if you're abusing your pain medication.
Lumps and all.
lady.
I am
No.
afraid of Matt, but I have nowhere to go.
October 2020?
10/7/20. A lot has happened since my last writing. My left eardrum got blown out again. I received another black and blue eye. Had a spinal bruise for about 3 weeks straight, and more emotional abuse than can count. I feel so useless, alone, hopeless, like a work slave and handmaid at the same time. Does anyone really care? They say they do, but I just don't believe it anymore. He wants to ship her a new computer, but yet I work my body to the point of injury and can't have a phone or money in my account that I earned. I need emotional help too.
Before we go on, do you know from your investigation what the reference is to shipping a new computer?
Yes.
Could you explain that to the jury, please?
Mr. Pahl had, I guess, an online acquaintance in the Philippines, that a computer was shipped to her from Mr. Pahl, and Ms. Pavlins was aware.
Okay. So he purchased the computer here and sent it to the Philippines, Mr. Pahl did?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that completes Exhibit 139, correct? Okay. Okay, Detective, I'd also then like to ask you about an entry from the 2021 journal, which was Exhibit 60. We have an excerpt from...
This is sorry. Her doctor had been prescribing her very strong medication for 10 years ongoing.
Yeah.
I had the same when I got my back fixed, when they fucked it up and just left me in constant pain. They would send me to the pain clinic, and my doctor said, "You're not going there. They will turn you into a drug addict." This is the big problem with modern medical, because she should have some mental health professional work with her. The doctor is just providing her drugs. He's not helping her. He's just keeping her sedated. And if he's been her doctor for 10 years, he should know how bad her mental state is.
Mm-hmm. I flipped it around though. Like the way this sounds, and the fact that I know that these types of medications are not. I mean, seems like she's been able to get them easily, but they're not easy to get. I don't think they're selling them. I think they're hoarding them, and he's addicted as much as she is. So obviously, if he's taking stuff that's hers, he doesn't want her to take it. So they're probably arguing over that, because she might be getting into it, and he's pissed because he needs some too, and they're going to run out faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I can get something that's strong muscle relaxants when my kind of like oxys, when my back seizes up completely and I'm really bad. But I can only get 6 pills at a time.
Yeah.
And I've been a chronic pain patient for almost 20 years now. I will have to go to my doctor's office and I'll get a prescription for 6 pills. That's all I can get, because they are so highly addictive, and they try to keep them out of people's hands. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, controlled substances, it's very difficult. That's why what they could do is doctor hop a lot of the times.
Well, we can't do that in Denmark because we have a central register. So if I go to my doctor and says, I'm really bad today, I wouldn't be able to go to another doctor because I have a doctor. But even if I could lure myself into another doctor, let's say my doctor was off Monday and I could say, well, I really needed time, then there would be an emergency doctor, or I could go to the hospital and say, I'm really, really bad. Can I get something? They would have noted that, oh, you got 6 oxys 2 days ago. You should still have 4 left. So you can't do that because we have everything in one central register.
Yeah.
that book. Please put up for the witness only Exhibit 140.
Yeah, Oxy was the one that, oh, that's good because you don't get addicted. That's the same thing they said about morphine.
All right, it's up.
Can you identify?
Yes, this will be from this is the day designer.
It's 2021, I believe, based on what you told us from
I like
Exhibit
his beard.
60.
Yes.
And is this a true and accurate excerpt from the Exhibit 60?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection? No, sir. All right, you may do so. It's admitted.
Okay, if you
Yeah,
could
Gabba
read
Pen
the entry for
this drug too.
July 8 and July 9, please.
July 8th, says go to Matt's appointment, check Ron's deck, Menards,
Horrible.
get prostate health from Walmart.
What?
Another depressing and physically abusing day. I think he likes.
What? What is prostate health, and why do you get it at Walmart?
It's probably like a vitamin or a probiotic thingy, you know, like a pill. Like
No, I don't know because we have vitamins,
No,
fish
I-
oils, and magnesium and stuff. I don't go to my local supermarket and say, where is the prostate health?
oh, Baker. There's a whole aisle of it, and there's all kinds of like nail, hair, skin, prostate, legs, toes, eyes. It's all there. So maybe that's what it is.
Do it to me, even though he says he doesn't.
And then
That's what I'm
Says,
guessing.
Hate my life.
Okay. And then July 9, 2021.
Olivia, 10 a.m. Says North Hills in person. Missed with a frown face. Says go home. Power washed instead with like a frown face, and got hit hard, which left a nice mark on my chest. Got a nice scar along with it.
Detective
Jesus
Plennis, and that completes Exhibit 140, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Did you receive from Mrs. Pavlon's, Georgianne, an old cell phone that Stephanie had used?
Yes.
And that was amongst her belongings at her parents' house as well?
Yes.
Was data extracted from that device to your knowledge?
It was.
And were you able to review the data from the old cell phone used by Stephanie Pavlon's?
Yes.
In that device, did you see documented injuries or selfie photographs that Ms. Pavlon's had taken?
Yes.
I'm going to put up for the witness only Exhibit 141, please. Let's do.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff at Walmart.
Can you
Yeah,
identify
pretty
number
much everything
141
at Walmart.
first?
Yeah, this would be the PDF report.
Well, I got some over-the-counter sleeping pills. They work
self-extraction
fine
of,
for me.
Cell phone.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's noted to
Makes
be
me sleep better.
Pavlon's old cell, is that correct?
Yep,
That would be the phone her mom turned over, not the one that she was using around the time of her death.
that's correct.
Okay. And next page of this exhibit, please. Have you seen this before, Detective?
Yes.
Is this a document you helped create?
Yes.
What is it?
These were images that were found on the device, only images on the device that we deemed as pertinent to
Okay.
this investigation.
And when you're going through the device, sometimes the data includes images or pictures that are on the phone, right?
Correct.
And as you're reviewing it, you can flag them or save them in some fashion?
Yes.
And can you generate a report of the photographs that you save?
Yes.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is.
Is this a true and accurate representation of your analysis of some of the images on Stephanie Pavlon's old cell phone?
Yes.
And is the information that's included in the extracted data sometimes the time, date, and location of when the photograph was taken?
Yes.
And is that contained in this report as well?
Yes.
Move to admit 141, Your Honor.
Any objection? No, sir. All right, 141's admitted.
And then before we publish it, I'm going to quick run through 142, 143, and 144, please. Do you see 142 on the screen?
I do.
What is that?
That has a picture of Ms. Pavlon's with a bruise on her eye.
Okay, is that one of the images contained in the report in Exhibit 141?
Yes.
Okay. 143? Is this also one of the images that you observed in the data extracted from Ms. Pavlon's phone,
Yes, it is.
her old phone? Okay.
Yes.
And then 144? Also a image from Ms. Pavlon's old phone contained in the report 141?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe all of these exhibit 141, I'm sorry, 142, 143, and 144 are true and accurate representations, sir?
I do.
Move to admit 142 through 144 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Objection? No, sir. All right, they're all admitted.
All right. And we're probably going to have to bounce back and forth between 141 and the images so we can tell the
No, he's been
data.
in
So we'll
jail this
start
whole
with
time.
141 on page 2, please. Okay. And we're ready. Okay. So these are thumbnail images at this point?
Yes.
Okay. And beginning with there's 4 images that are noted in the report in Exhibit 141, correct?
That's correct.
And starting with number 1, are you able to tell anything about date, time that the file was created?
The capture date is August 2nd, 2021. It says 8:52:47 p.m.
Is there anything you could tell about that image as far as location?
No.
Okay. And then Exhibit 142, please. Is that the one you were just describing, sir? Exhibit 142, please. Is that the one you were?
No.
Okay. And then Exhibit 142, please.
Oh, then it
Is
wasn't
that the one you were
available.
just describing, sir?
Sorry.
From 141?
Yes.
Can you zoom? Yeah. There we go.
And
Okay.
she's like
That's
a few years
142?
older than me.
With the bruise on the right eye, yes.
What the hell's wrong with her face?
They said she passed away. She was 44.
Yeah.
So
Well, she does subsist on a diet of pills and meth. Jamie, it's not good for your skincare. And it doesn't look like she has many teeth because her face looks all the way whacked up. Oh, it's
With the
horrible
bruise
life.
on the right eye,
I hate
yes.
drugs.
I know. I mean, I wish these people
All right. And
could
then
get
143, please.
I wish I could grow a beard like that.
What do we see there?
That is a bruise on Ms. Pavlon's chest.
Okay. And if we can go back to 141 so we can establish date
Well,
and time.
how do
That's
we
image
know what
number
this
2
is
in this
from?
report.
That's correct.
We don't. We just
Okay.
imply it
Well,
by
other than the
July
yeah,
9th,
by the
2021, 9:35,
the
37 seconds.
journal
9:35,
entries,
37
we
p.m.
assume.
How
Okay.
about the location?
There is a location associated with where this photo was taken.
What is that?
Yeah, it doesn't
The
to me,
latitude and
Jess,
longitude at the
either.
bottom.
That's
Okay.
why I was
Are you able to
questioning
search
it.
that and determine where that photograph was taken?
You are with the latitude and longitude.
Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
And what did you determine?
That was, I believe it was taken at former residence of Mr. Pahl.
And that would be near Walmart in Waukesha?
Yeah, I believe it was off of West Avenue.
Okay. And then let's stay in 141 and scroll down. Image 3, can you indicate date and time it was captured?
It states July 29, 2021 at 3:33 and 18 seconds in the PM.
Can location be determined from this one?
No.
Okay, please display 144.
Yeah, I got a whole black eye
What do
from
we see
falling
there, please?
downstairs
It
once.
was a cut on a swollen eye, right eye of Ms. Pavlon.
And a
Yeah, that's
bruise?
the story Iris said
Okay.
that we had to tell.
And then we'll just go back to
Yeah.
141 briefly. That fourth image, we determined
I
to be
was
basically a duplicate of the image number
just
2,
so you
correct, of
know.
the mark on her chest?
I had
There was
nice,
a railing I hit. I don't know how I still have an eyeball.
I have a scar all
Clenis,
across my nose because I
Of the
was
journals
drunk
that you
and
have
fell and
there,
hit a toilet
did
bowl
you
when I
have
tried
any
to get not to
entries
puke.
or anything written by Ms. Pavlon for the months of June, July, or August of 2022?
Of 2022?
Yes, before her death.
Pixie,
In the
why
months
are you
before
not
her death, do we
sleeping?
have any information in her journals about those months?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's 2 a.m.
So part of your role in the investigation was to, we talked about this briefly, subpoena documents and records from various businesses, entities, doctors' offices, pharmacy records, things like that. A lot of cell phone provider information, emails, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Messaging services, things like that.
Yes,
And so by use of court order, you are able to obtain documents from all these various places, right?
that's correct.
Can you just very broadly tell us some of the companies or businesses that we got records from that you can recall?
T-Mobile, we got, so there was T-Mobile, there was Google, we got doctor's offices, like, there was a Dr. Ubel, there was a Dr. Rushel, we got records from, I think it was Pro Healthcare, Orthopedic Associates, there were a lot of records to banks.
Google?
Google was one of them, yes,
Okay, and that would give us Gmail accounts?
correct.
Okay. Specifically, did you
her
obtain the
journal
cell phone
and,
records for both Stephanie
records.
Pavlons and Matthew Pahl?
Yes,
And why were those important?
to see who they were calling and location data associated with their devices.
Okay. So the records you normally get from T-Mobile can contain all of that type of information?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I'd like to put up for the witness-only exhibits 145 and 146, please. And if you could just click into that 145. There you go. Okay. We're putting up digital copies, correct, of 145 and 146, sir?
Yes,
Okay, and do you recognize these digital files that we're displaying for you on the screen?
they're not.
Oh, there's the problem.
There they are.
Okay,
I see exhibit 146, which is going to be associated with 7991 phone number, which is going to be Stephanie Pavlon's number.
okay,
That's T-Mobile records. And then exhibit 145 is going to be T-Mobile records for a 3936 number. That's going to be Mr. Paul's phone number.
okay. And had we printed out these records, it would be quite voluminous, correct?
Very much so.
Okay, and when you subpoena these records or obtain a court order or a warrant for these records,
Not really. Dog hit on a car, couldn't say anything. They had a horrible, horrible life. They were drug addicts. He was stealing her meds, apparently punching her when she took them without permission. And it's just the same over and over. He abused her, he abused her, he abused her. She wanted help, but not really, because she stayed and he was controlling her through her medicine.
how do you receive them from T-Mobile?
Normally you receive them via email. It's just an attached file. So they don't send actually the physical documents. They end up sending you a digital file of them.
Okay, and that's what you're seeing on your screen for 145 and 146, sir?
Yes,
What you would get back from T-Mobile?
that's correct.
Okay. Move to admit 145 and 146, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, admitted.
You had mentioned, if you could please, for the witness only, exhibit 203, records from Orthopedic Associates, correct?
Yes,
And you understood Matthew Pahl was getting treatment at that location, is that right?
that's correct.
Okay. And for your, is it on your screen, 203?
Yes,
Okay. And that's a total of a 3-page document, correct?
yes,
And you see that it details appointments for Matthew Pahl on the dates of August 23, 2022, and September 9 of 2022?
yes,
Okay. Do you believe this is an accurate representation of this is, again, an excerpt, correct?
correct.
And this is an accurate representation of the records you received from Orthopedic Associates?
Yes,
Move to admit 203, permission to publish, Your Honor?
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, there, it's admitted. You may publish.
If you could zoom in a little bit.
Paula B., don't go back.
For reading
It's
tests.
a waste of
Thank you.
time all morning.
All right,
Just
we'll
hang out
start at the
first.
top here. Detective Plennis, can you please tell us, this seems to document his visit on August 23 of 2022, correct?
yes,
And it indicates this is visit number 8?
yes.
Does it indicate the time he began treatment and the time he was released from treatment?
It does.
What do you see there?
It lists the time in as 9:38 a.m. and it lists the time out as 10:33 a.m.
Okay. And then if we could please go down to page 2. This is also associated with that visit on August 23 of 2022?
Yes,
And does this indicate the time that he checked in for his appointment?
yes.
And what's your understanding of the difference between the two records from page 1 to page 2?
So the page 1 is the actual records from believe it was ATI is who actually does the physical therapy at OAW or at Orthopedic and Associates. And page 2 is the Orthopedic and Associates of Wisconsin records. So ATI works for OAW or under the umbrella of OAW, but they do have 2 different systems. But some of the times end up crossing over and systems talk, and some of the times transfer over from records in ATI to the OAW.
Did you say ATI?
ATI.
ATI, thank you.
What's your understanding when a person arrives for an appointment at the clinic, do they speak to an employee for OAW?
Yes, they'll talk to a reception person when they walk in.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
And say that they've checked in, they're checking in.
Is that what we see reflected on page 2 of Exhibit 203?
Yes.
And what time did he check in for that appointment?
It says there's an arrival time of 9:33, but the checked-in time is 9:34 a.m.
Okay. And then we saw from page 1 that he actually met with his therapist around 9:38 a.m.
That's correct.
So he's maybe in the waiting room for 3 or 4 minutes.
Correct.
Okay. And then page 3 of the document, please, for the date of September 9, 2022. At the very top, does it tell you what time the appointment was scheduled for?
The appointment time was 1:15 p.m.,
Okay. And what was his arrival time?
1:23 p.m.
And he checked in at that same time according to the record?
Correct.
Okay. All right, thank you. Moving on. Sorry to be bouncing around here. There's a lot of records to get through. So if I'm not being clear or something, let me know. But the date of September 17, 2022, there was a search warrant executed at Mr. Pahl's residence, correct?
That's correct.
And at that time, his cell phone was seized by detectives?
That's correct.
Was the contents of that cell phone extracted?
Yes.
So the data was removed from the device and saved on some hard drive in the computer lab, correct?
That's correct.
And a working copy is made for you as one of the detectives to go through that device and see if there's anything of interest.
Yes.
Okay. For the witness only, please, Exhibit 150. Is it up?
Yes.
What do we explain, sir?
This is going to be the forensic download package of Mr. Pahl's phone from that search warrant on September 17th of 2000.
He did have an appointment as far as I know, and he had 6 appointments at the same place after she disappeared. Yeah, 6 minutes after he must have done it, or he must have done it right after that when he came out of there. Because if he did it right before, he probably would have been in a mess.
22.
Okay. And again, if we were to print this out, how many pages would it be?
2.
Probably thousands of pages.
Okay. So this is a digital copy of the extraction of Mr. Pahl's 2002 cell phone.
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 150, Your Honor.
2002?
No, sir, it's admitted.
Now for the witness only, please, Exhibit 147. Detective Plennis, in the cell phone extraction, were you able to review Skype messages between Mr. Matthew Pahl and one of the women in the Philippines that he had been communicating with?
Yes.
Actually, 2 women, correct?
That's correct.
Before we get into these records, let's talk about that a little bit. Skype is a messaging app?
Messaging and calling app,
Okay,
videos and calls and messaging.
okay. And did you see in Mr. Pahl's device repeated evidence that Mr. Pahl was communicating with 2 individuals in the Philippines?
Yes.
And did they have a Skype account also?
They would have, yes, had
They-
a Skype account.
Okay. And
Oh,
so
are we going to get to the...
let's talk about
the
the first
dirty
one,
talk.
okay? A username of Beautiful Disaster, does that sound familiar?
Yes.
And did that person, were you ever able to positively identify or learn the true identity of Beautiful Disaster?
Yes.
What was her name?
Her name was Sherlyn Valente.
Okay. And was there another woman?
Yes.
What was her username?
I believe it was Meijin.
Can you spell that?
I believe it was Mejyn.
Okay. And did you learn the true name or identity of Meijin?
Yes.
What was her
I think it
name?
was Norma Jean Desierto.
You want to take a shot at spelling that?
Normanjyan.
Okay. You don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure.
Would it be in your police report?
It would be.
Okay. Do you want me to provide that now or later, Your Honor? I could do it pretty quick.
That name's listed on 147, it looks like.
Excellent. Sure enough, it is. Okay. So is 147 still on your screen, sir? All right. See if you can pass the spelling test this time.
So it is Normijyn, and then Desierto, Desierto.
All right. And we're going to go back, or I'm sorry,
We haven't seen
149,
any.
if you could put that up so we can get the correct spelling for Sherlyn Valente.
That will be Sherlyn, and Valente, Valente.
Okay. In addition to their usernames, did you know, were they sometimes referred to by their profession, or at least what they told Mr. Pahl their profession was?
Yes.
Please describe.
Miss Valente was referred to as the teacher, and Miss Desierto was the nurse.
Okay. And was one of them also at times referred to as the virgin or a virgin?
Yes, Miss Desierto.
Okay.
That's me.
Did you ever get a chance to speak to these women?
Yes.
Through your investigation?
Yes.
Each of them?
Both of them, yes.
Okay. You didn't fly to the Philippines.
No, we did not.
How did you interview them?
We had assistance with their National Bureau of Investigation. We had an agent that helped us locate and do a recorded video call with them.
And they were, at the time of your interview at least, still residing in the Philippines, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to 147 that I had started with. And can you please identify 147?
147 is going to be a excerpt from Skype chats between Mr. Pahl and Miss Desierto.
And these were taken right from his device.
Correct.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate representation of those messages that you reviewed?
Yes.
Move to omit 147, permission to publish.
No objection. All right, 147 is admitted.
So if you could, sir, begin. We're going to read the entries. It's not too long, but if you could please read who the message is from, the direction, the timestamp, and then the body, please.
All right. We'll start with Matthew Pahl, outgoing, August 24th, 2022. It says 8:01 a.m. Look, I just threw out my favorite pair of tennis shoes, specifically made for tennis, made in the USA, and they're very expensive and hard to find. But when I had my accident, I blew out the whole bottom of the shoe from the impact. Can we just continue on?
Yes, please.
Matthew Pahl, outgoing, August 24th, 2022, 4:08 p.m. After that, I have to go out tonight for a little bit. Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/24/2022, 7:55 p.m. Sitting in truck, just listening to the woods, so quiet. It has an emoji, but I can't exactly tell what that is.
Okay.
Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/24/2022, 8:01 p.m. Yes, that's what I'm doing, looking at the woods. You ever get that feeling when you're stuck in the middle, you don't care if you sit there or if you go to the store? Well, that's where I'm at. Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/24/2022, 8:02 p.m.
That's appears to be a duplicate.
Yep,
Okay.
it looks like a duplicate of the previous one.
All right, next one, line 6.
Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/24/2022, 8:03 p.m. I'm really worried about something, but I can't tell you through text. It's not about me, though.
Next.
Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/24/2022, 9:06 p.m. Eating a snack, an emoji, watching my documentary, but I'm still worried. Then there's an Normijyn Desierto incoming, so this would be a text from Normijyn Desierto. 8/24/2022, 9:06 p.m. Can you share just a little bit about that hunt? Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/24/2022, can't text certain things, watching about drug cartel. Matthew Pahl, outgoing, 8/25/2022, 8:15 a.m.
Wait, what?
But I have to go to store today for things I need, and I'm really worried.
Eating snacks, watching my documentary, but I'm still worried. Can you share just a little bit about that, hun?
Can't
thought
turn watching
you
about
threw-
drug cartel. Here
You
we
threw
are.
text it's not about me, though. I don't know what that means. Can't text certain things, watching about drug cartel. So his documentary is about a drug cartel. Can't
Oh.
I don't know what he can't.
Yeah,
share.
what are they? I know what they're trying to imply, and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah,
About somebody in my circle. Matthew Paul, outgoing 8/26/2022 at 6:04 a.m. Yes, I feel out watching YouTube, but I woke up with a bad feeling.
So is this after
Matthew Paul,
he's been
outgoing
talked to?
8/26/2022,
Or
6:05 p.m.
Or
I know, but
before?
Did she disappear the 23rd?
Yeah.
I don't think it's over. Remember, I told you I have a bad feeling. Matthew Paul, outgoing 8/26/2022, 9:24 p.m. I really don't know. My mind is going in circles, but I did call my dad. He's kind of worried too.
Hopefully they
Norma Jean
clear it up.
Desierto, incoming 8/26/2022.
Yeah, it's before the interrogation and it's before she's found.
Yeah, but I also believe it could be something about his trip to Philippines. Like maybe they had an argument about it or something, and she's being
Maybe he needs to take certain medications with him that he's worried about.
yeah. So okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
9:25 p.m. How many days have you been in that situation, hon? I mean, when you started to worry about that certain matter. Matthew Paul, outgoing 8/26/2022, 9:31
Love how
p.m.
they try
I
and
really don't
care.
know. My mind is going in circles, but I did call my dad. He's kind of worried too. Matthew Paul, outgoing 8/28/2022 at 7:19 a.m. I have to shave, hon. Something happened, hon. I can't explain in text. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 8/28/2022, 7:19 a.m. Was it related to the matter you were worried about? Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 8/28/2022 at 7:21 a.m. There was an incoming call from Desierto that was missed. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 8/28/2022 at 11:21 a.m. There's a 2-hour, 16-minute, 43-second call from Desierto to Mr. Paul. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022 at 3:22 p.m. Good morning, hon. Outside doing my bike laps, then another workout. Anyway, went online for tickets when I got back for a few, and I'm starting process by giving them my email and getting notices for prices of flights. But I can't sit on my butt for too long. I needed to get out here because it's beautiful. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022, 6:18 p.m. Yeah, probably relax and take a look at these ticket sites again. I wish it could help me. I just have no patience for that. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022 at 7:34 p.m. Silly, sure. I'll listen to anything once. I'm more worried about getting this plane ticket. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022, 8:11 p.m. Other one is called vacay.com or vacay.com. Either one, I'm looking for a one-way ticket from Chicago O'Hare to the Philippines, most likely Manila. Then 2 days before I leave, I will buy a throwaway ticket to go to Thailand or Vietnam. You have to do this if you plan on staying longer than 30 days, but I think you know this. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022, 8:15 p.m. Also, the above Skyscanner or kaye.com also have good deals for airline tickets. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022 at 9:36 p.m.
Just a second, I'm sorry. Kaye is Kayay. That's how it's spelled in this, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022, 9:36 p.m. Time doesn't really matter, but
Baker sympathizes. He likes to Philippine too.
I think I'm looking for a flight leaving possibly at the end of the month or beginning of next month. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/1/2022 at 9:38 p.m. Last time I checked, this month was September. End of this month.
I mean,
beginning of
yeah,
November
like
is my target date to launch.
that's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like he's worried
Matthew
about the
Paul, outgoing
immigration
9/3 of
stuff over there.
2022,
Staying too long.
1:21 a.m. I also found a good flight to schedule out of here at the end of the month before I fell out last night. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/3/2022, 7:28 a.m. As of last night, before I nod out, I still found flights at the end of the month. One way, relatively reasonable. I see the foot doctor at the end of the next week, so hopefully he'll clear me with no problems. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 2:55 p.m. Call me quick for just 2 minutes. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 2:57 p.m. Okay, because I'm sorry, I can't explain this, but I'm going to have to delete your contacts, so just keep it up, and I'll have to get a hold of you, but you can try when you're done.
This is after she's found. This is after he has been in contact with the Popo, that he tells her to hide stuff.
Yeah.
Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/9/2022, 2:58 p.m. Does it relates to matter you've been worried? Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022 at 2:58 p.m. If I have to delete you, I'll write it down. What you have here, Mejin, M-E-J-Y-N. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 2:59 p.m. Hun, you have to say yes or no. I can't play around on the phone now. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/9/2022, 3:38 p.m. Missed call. Norma Jean Desierto, 9/9/2022, 3:39 p.m. Missed call. So I'm sorry, those were two incoming missed calls to Mr. Paul. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 3:39 p.m. Sorry. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/9/2022, 3:39 p.m. Can I call now? Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 3:39 p.m. Yes. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/9/2022, 3:47 p.m. There's a 7-minute and 25-second incoming call to Mr. Paul. Norma Jean Desierto, 9/9/2022, 3:48 p.m. It says Norma Jean Desierto. It's Normijyn, and then Desierto, Desierto. Phase 1, B, the number 10, L, the number 7, 2nd Street, Golden Hills Village, Hanakan, Davao City.
Can you spell those words,
Yep.
please?
P-A-N-A-C-A-N, and Davao, D-A-V-A-O, City. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022 at 4:27 p.m. Zip code Hun. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/9/2022, 4:27 p.m. Okay, it's 8,000, so 8000 Hun. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 4:29 p.m. Just Philippines and that. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/9/2022, 4:29 p.m. Davao City, zip code 8,000. And again, that's D-A-V-A-O City. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 8:51 p.m. Made it home for now. And then Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 9:31 p.m. Made it home for now. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/9/2022, 10:47 p.m. Sorry, my dad's here. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/14/2022 at 7:34 a.m. If you don't hear from me because something happens, I'll get with you ASAP. Norma Jean Desierto, incoming 9/14/2022, 7:41 a.m. Are you okay? Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/14/2022 at 8:09 a.m. Yes for now. I, and praying hands emoji, have faith. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/15/2022 at 6:13 a.m. I'm on my email work. Yes, I have to meet Dad, and we have business and bank appointment. I'll send pic later. Matthew Paul, outgoing 9/15/2022 at 2:59 p.m. Driving back from Dad's, got my banking business done for overseas traveling. Have one more meeting to finish next week.
Need a drink of water?
I might in a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Detective. In addition to text messages like this, did Mr. Paul speak with Ms. Desierto on a frequent basis?
Yes,
Like how frequent?
I would say they talked daily.
Okay. And were their conversations sometimes sexual in nature?
They were.
And were they as if Mr. Paul were making plans to travel to the Philippines and be with Ms. Desierto?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'd like to put up Exhibit 149. This one might take a little
This is
bit.
going to be of the same nature that we
Yes.
did, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's 4:19. I think we're going to finish up for the day, folks, okay, rather than start and
Yeah.
stop in the middle of it. It's a longer exhibit, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm going to excuse you now, and
What's wrong
same
with my
admonitions,
address?
that I give every night. Don't talk to anybody about the case. Don't
It's
look
my
at the
name
media,
that
don't
doesn't
try to
make
look up
sense.
Anything or anybody, please. And follow my directions about where to be tomorrow in terms of the case. And, okay, all right, I got something at 8:15, but if you're here at 8:30, ready to go, we should be all set, please. And pardon? 149 with this witness, correct? Same as we did with this one?
Yeah, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to do it faster because this one's a lot longer, but,
Okay.
can Detective Planis get down, Your Honor?
Pardon?
Can he get down?
Yes, you can. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize.
Oh, it's
You
going to
mean
be a
all
lot
night?
longer than this. I hope there'll be some nasty ones in
So,
there.
yeah, I'll try.
Okay, that's fine. And yeah, please do it, see if you can, but it's your case.
Yes, sir.
So, let's, where are we gonna go tomorrow? He's got a fair amount more to testify about?
Yes, he does. I think I probably have at least another hour with him on direct. Probably about an hour, I would say.
Okay, so probably you'll be our morning with cross-examination.
Well, defense counsel has said they don't have as much for him as they did for Detective Fredericks.
Okay, we'll see where we are. Who else is gonna be here then? For witnesses?
So we have about 4 or 5 shorter witnesses tomorrow. And
Wow.
we have another lengthy detective, Detective Schroeder. We will definitely go into Monday because we have a witness that was gone on a trip this week who's not back until Monday morning, but it's going to time out fine. I think we're on track to finish Monday.
Okay, all right. And I'll let you gentlemen talk to your client and get a better feeling about where you're at, and we can talk about that tomorrow. I don't expect to know any certainty, but how many witnesses do you think you're going to have?
At least 2, hopefully 3.
Okay, all right. Is there anything else we need to do before we break for the evening from the state's perspective?
So Judge, Ms. Hopper and I were talking, I was wondering if the court would consider asking Mike if he could inquire with the jurors if any of them have trick or treat tomorrow with their children and if there's a specific time that they need to leave. I know we obviously are on the court's schedule, but if any of them have children and they have obligations, I want to make sure that we're somewhat respectful of their time.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so much. That was nice.
No, sir, thank you. Okay, very good. We will do that. We excuse them.
I was thinking we could just check in the morning.
We'll check in the morning, all right? And we'll talk. All right, thank you very much, everybody.
What people
have a
chuck
good
more
night.
dong
Thank you.
than Elton John?
And
Yeah.
Dong is the Vietnamese currency. If anyone didn't know, that's what Brandon was talking about because he's looking at moving to Thailand and starting a career as a dancer.
Oh my gosh. That will be phenomenal.
He has this little trick with ping pong balls. We are early, but temperature check. Not guilty 44%. Wait till the state is done 44%. Guilty 12%. 41 votes. So even Stephen in hey, we want to see where we're going. I would say so far I am on the not beyond reasonable doubt wagon.
No. Yeah. I don't see it.
Have a
Yeah,
squiggly
they
letter in my
were
name.
nasty with each other, but I don't see it.
I think it was a horrible relationship, but did it go so far that he unalived her? That's the thing. Because yes, it could have, but there was just no indication of it. What we saw, they went to Wawa and got some breakfast. She went back in, got her water bottle. He went and had his appointment, and that's the last time she's seen. So
Yeah.
does he unalive her in the car and drags her over there and dumps her, and that's why the car reacts to the bumper? Do they go over there and he kills her, or does he come out from the apartment from the his doctor time and she pissed her pants again and he gets mad and kills her? Did she pop her Xanax in the car? I don't know what the state is going to claim is when he killed her. That's my big problem is they just said, well, trust us, he did it.
Yeah, they can't determine how she even passed away. We have no idea.
Yeah.
No clue at all. And also, I'd like to know what time frame do you say this happened in? All you're saying is after that appointment, she was never seen again.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the gas station, she was never seen again.
Yeah, after the gas station. But, we know that he went to the doctor, so.
Yeah, but we don't know if she was there.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
don't know
I'm
if she was
saying.
there,
So
well, she had to be there
no.
because she was in the woods.
Yeah, but he could have killed her in the car on the way over there.
Well, that's what I mean, but I don't know. I don't see that's possible, but that's fine.
Courtney is having a rehearsal tomorrow because her son is getting married on Saturday. Congratulations, and I hope everything will be fine, and it'll be a perfect weather, a perfect day, and a perfect everything. So you can enjoy the wedding. Don't cry too much. Us sons don't like to see a mom cry. Yeah, need some more phone data. They claimed that the phones were moving together, but we haven't seen that yet. But there's still a fairly long, lengthy detective coming. That could be a data expert. They said they had like 3 or 4 short witnesses tomorrow, and then maybe a longer one, and then they had one who had been traveling who's coming back on Monday. So they still have a few left that we could look forward to. But let's just be honest. All morning was an absolute waste of time. It didn't prove anything other than it alerted to something that they
On the
never found what it
bumper,
was.
by the way.
And
So that's big to me.
sorry.
I said they said on the bumper. So
Yeah.
to me, that's
Not in the
really
car or
like,
anything.
what?
It was
Yeah,
It's kind of like the hair on Karen Reed's car.
yeah.
The journal, it shows me they were not in a good place, drug-wise and violence.
hmm
But there was also
threatened a lot of.
sorry.
She threatened a lot of often herself. So that too.
Yeah, she also tried to self-delete or wanted to self-delete. I'm wondering when the defense takes over, those messages where he said, "Don't talk to them," and she said, "I want to know about the computer we got her son." I want to see those communications between her and the Philippines.
hmm
Me, it sounded like she was absolutely maybe not okay, but knew he had other women. Maybe
Yeah.
thought, well, fuck it, he's never going to meet them. Yeah, let him. Jamie, you've been around these YouTube streets for long enough. You know, people are dumb enough that they think they're falling in love with someone across the planet, and nothing
Yeah.
happened because they're never going to meet, and they're going to sit there and say, "Hey, honey, I really liked you today when you were in chat and you said, 'Hey, Brandon, eat your vitamins because, or else I'm gonna go out and rope a longhorn.'" Yeah, you like that? I like when you did that thing with your lips, so you look like a fish. My first date with a fish down by the creek. Oh, I thought you meant a real woman. No, no one have lips like a catfish. I'll enjoy that. The teeth hurt though, if you know what I mean. Oh, you're weird. Yeah, but I'm Zach. So, I want to know what the relationship between, because again, I think she was banging him to get drugs, and this is the one, Jamie. You said it so perfectly. We are looking at it with our eyes.
Yeah.
In I would have walked out the door and said, "Fuck you, lady. I'm not coming back to this. I don't want to be a part of this. You're horrible. I'm leaving." And I would have gone home to my parents or wherever and just said, I don't want to be here anymore because this doesn't work. But these people have this weird symbiotic thing because they have the drugs and they have love.
The weird codependence.
Yeah.
And I fully believe, just being a girl, like she probably, she still had feelings for him, and he probably didn't for her, but he's just having sex with her, and she's probably thinking, oh, he's giving me attention, and she's not getting it elsewhere. I mean, it happens. And then she's sleeping with him, thinking it's going to be something more, and it's really not.
And Nadie, of course you can fall in love with me. I'm just saying that a lot of Jamie and I have been in. We have been the third wheel in a weird love quadruple. That was so dumb. Where we were just, oh my fucking god, why do we have to know about this? So again, if you want to fall in love with someone, at least figure out if they have a passport and the ability to fly to see you, because phone sex is boring. Yeah, I am the Canadian boyfriend from for all you ladies in chat. That's why I'm always asking for titlets, never getting any, just so I can see, I have girlfriends too. Jamie, you don't know how hard it is.
Yeah, I don't, I guess.
And my age, not that. Stop it, Jamie.
Oh my God.
Everyone, let's get back to it tomorrow. Shorter witnesses, and I think there's some meat on this bone. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Remember, everyone, in about 25 minutes, AJ will be picking up the trials he was covering yesterday. I'm going to send you all over to Katnat Williams. And but if you leave her, please go check out AJ and tell Gabby that we like her. Tell Carmen that we like her. Tell AJ, stop it. Anything you want to say, Jamie?
No, everybody have a good day, and tomorrow's Halloween.
Yes. Oh, tomorrow I'll be on Halloween stream with the expert at 11 o'clock. Oh, fuck, I forgot that winter time, so I have to get up at 4 in the morning, Jamie.
We're daylight savings this weekend.
I have to figure out if I should stay awake and talk to the White Rabbit. If it's no, she already planned it. I should have, because they start the show at 2 a.m. my time, and I normally get up at 5. Now I have to get up at 4.
Ooh.
I hate
What
doing
a
this.
struggle for you.
Yeah, no one appreciates it. Least of all you. Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
I give lots of them.
Thank you, chat, for liking me. Now Jamie doesn't. And just a disclaimer, I am not starring in any documentaries. No one has reached out to me to be in documentaries. That's the new drama, Jamie. Who's going to be in documentaries? I won't. Jamie will be in documentaries called How I Killed the Baker.